in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Yeah. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Yeah. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shop. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about me. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga, that's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas, that's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga built Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spending. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wire, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunned. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure you're posing tight though. Make sure your lighting's right though. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about them. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A. been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game, be too amazing. MUs, my nigga. That's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas. That's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper. Nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle. I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga Bill Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spinning. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wasp, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, then I'm stunning. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detox. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise. Cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders. I collect them all. Gotta make sure your posing's tight though. Make sure your lighting's right yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Kree War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zoe. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by. It's the bigger
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode 172. I did get help this week. I was told before we started what episode it was. So there it is. Got it right. Got my boys with me. Fabster, 360, Rick, Dom, Pan, Cheesy. We are back on a Sunday. How you guys feeling this evening?
Looking good, feeling good, making a gravy later. Typical Sunday, you know.
Making a gravy. All right.
Yeah, you know, like a Sunday gravy, like an Italian gravy.
Got you. Rick, what's going on with you? How you feeling? All right. Rick died.
Damn, Rick.
He'll be
Like
back. P, how you feeling?
He's Poncho's remote. He's doing us, you know, the old tech wizardry. So he's gonna
Okay,
pop
okay.
in and out. I don't think he's here at the moment, so it might just be us for a
Yeah,
minute.
he's throwing us the alley-oop. I mean, basically, we coming together here for one express purpose with a whole bunch of toy news in between, basically. So by the time we get to that, we will be in full force. We'll have everybody here. So, yeah, we could jump right into things, man. My week was pretty good.
It's a big news heavy week just because of the Hasbro live stream and everything.
Correct. So there is a lot to talk about in terms of Marvel Legends. But yeah, like I said, my week was pretty good. It was quiet. Things are trailing off as far as people starting to travel to go, you know, to their prospective original homes for the holidays and stuff like that. So it was a very quiet week for me. But what's on the docket?
Typical stuff. I mean, like I said, we got the Hasbro Marvel Legends stuff. I guess you'll be thankful to know that it's pretty dead on the Mezco news front right now, given that it's the holidays and they're like shipping stuff out. So none of that stuff going on. But we got some other things to pop in here and there. Some McFarlane, some SH Figure Arts, and then the big thing, because like we're impatient and we can't wait. And I know like everybody who's seen it on the cast, like we've all seen it. We've had this on our mind the whole time, and we just really want to get the discussion out of the way. We're gonna just talk spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes,
So that's we're gonna pad, you know, the runtime a little bit and do the news and all that, and give everybody plenty of time to you know, get their affairs in order before they gotta pop out. But we will be talking that at the end of the show. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's possible that some people will be returning home just in time to get in on the discussion, actually, too. So I know a lot of people that had like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock show times and stuff like that. So yeah, by the time we get to the end of the show, you could hang out with us and we'll be talking heavy spoilers for Spider-Man. And if not, you could dip out and just listen to the show in a couple of
Or
days.
just go watch the movie, which is what you should be doing.
Right. So yeah,
It was really it's crazy how much of it is like a necessity to go ahead and get it out of the way, because that way your access to the internet can just be, you know.
yes, exactly. Because I was definitely walking on eggshells this past week, trying to still do my social media 1-2 without getting spoiled. You know, I was successful. I went in totally blind, aside from whatever was in the very first trailer. So I was proud of myself in that regard.
You know, as everybody hears the rumors and everything, but it is another thing to just go ahead and experience it. But we'll get into this Hasbro live stream real quick, right?
Yes. So this past Thursday was Hasbro's Fan First Thursday, the last Fan First event of 2021, and I was under the impression that they was gonna reveal a lot of stuff, which they actually did. I thought that it was going to be like a lot of nice, cool surprises and stuff like that. But maybe like a day before, I heard people saying that they were just going to do their like picks for the year, their top picks for the year, and that it wouldn't really be much in terms of like new reveals and stuff like that. So that was kind of a bummer at first. But then about 2 hours before the stream happened, we started getting, I guess, leaks online. I guess the online retailers probably started putting out their little sheets with everything that was going to be up for pre-order. So we did get wind of this Ventra. Is it Ventra? Ventra? Rentra Build-A-Figure wave.
Rentra? I don't know.
Rentra, I'm not sure, but we did get wind of this Build-A-Figure wave, which is from basically supposed to coincide with the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie, which is interesting. I want to talk about that a bit more towards the end of the show. Seems like Legends is really on point with their strategic marketing and putting out stuff right when it's supposed to come out, in terms of how movies are dropping and trailers are dropping and characters are appearing in Disney Plus shows and all of that stuff. So yeah, like I said, 2 hours before the live stream, we got this. They also showed us another single deluxe box set Doctor Strange that'll be a Walmart exclusive. Target exclusive, excuse me.
Yeah.
Target exclusive.
It looks like a Target employee, so it makes sense.
Right. The dripped out Target employee here.
Right. I mean, the portal effect is the money right here. This is sick.
Yeah, that's them coming from the back room with your shit.
Where they go and don't look for what you asked for. Yeah, man, it's not there. I don't know where it is.
They come back and tell you it's there, but it's street dated, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No, they come back in 5 years. So yeah, there was the full wave reveal. There was the Target exclusive reveal, and then there was this Clore. I totally forgot that they were calling this clone Thor, aka Clore, Ragnarok, and I was a little confused as to why they had Ragnarok on the box here. But that's what they were calling.
I thought you were saying claw with an Australian accent.
No, Clore. CLOR. Clone.
Gotcha.
Grab me by his claws.
Right.
Grab me by his claw.
So yeah, these were some really big surprises that heated up the internet before the live stream, and then that really made me believe that we weren't going to get much in terms of new reveals on the live stream, but they definitely still had some surprises for us. So we could go back to the individual figures. We did get word of this character as I think we had voted on this at one point for a reveal on the past live stream. They asked us if we wanted to see a new hero revealed or a new villain revealed, and everybody in the chat was saying villain. So this guy got revealed, but we didn't know how or where we would see him, and so it was revealed that he would be part of this Build-A-Figure wave. What's this guy's name again? I forgot. I wasn't really too familiar with this character, actually.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. Somebody in the chat's gonna have to help us. Hello, chat. By the way.
Hey, chat.
What's up?
What up?
Yeah, you guys gonna help. I completely forgot. I know this other guy. I struggled to even remember the other guy, but his name is what? Sleepwalker. This guy.
That is Sleepwalker. So this is our first time reveal. Well, somebody in the chat let us know what this black and white dude's name is. With the
I forgot. Shriek, right? Oh, Despair. Despair. Thank you.
Despair. Oh, Despair, spelled really, really black. I don't know.
I was gonna say Italian. You know, Despide.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Despair is the name though. Yeah, so they did reveal this as just a render before, so this is the first time we're seeing it.
I'm pretty sure he's like a necromancer or has some magical ability. So that's in tune with Doctor Strange, and I guess that was a good fit for him in this wave. And then we got Sleepwalker here, first time ever getting Sleepwalker in the life of the Marvel Legends line. A lot of people are a little upset about the buck that he's on. You can see that they're reusing some of the parts from Hobgoblin here.
Yeah, the cape for sure, and the hood, and
the cape and the hood.
Wraps are new, right? Though
the wraps may be new. The whole leg boot wrap situation looks like it might be new, but we know this is the Bucky cap mold, which a lot of people are not really happy about. Also, I feel like Sleepwalker is supposed to be really tall or something too, so I think people were a little upset about that.
It's just so weird because I swear to God, these guys have said on 2 or 3 different occasions, Yeah, we're retiring the Bucky Cat mold, and then it always comes back, and it's just like, man, let it go. Let
It
it
seems it seems
go.
wild that they would still be using it for stuff that's coming out next year in 2022, being that we know that we have these new molds. So I don't know. They could have at the very least put him on that new vote.
Well, I'll say that given how everything got pushed back because of COVID, this is still probably on that original manufacturing schedule as far as I mean, I think Far From Home was supposed to come out, however long ago before it came out today.
That might be true. Yeah, you might be
So
right.
if I think Doctor Strange was supposed to come out this year right now,
Mm.
so this would have lined up with the original release, so that's why the manufacturing is probably still using that old stuff, but
Got it.
since it's getting pushed to 2022, it's technically I mean, just like how we're seeing Eternals and they sat on that for months,
For a very long time. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true.
Now there's still too many Eternals figures out there.
Just a few more tidbits about Sleepwalker, a character that I haven't really seen too much in sort of recent times. He was like getting a lot of burn in the '90s for sure when Spider-Man was doing a lot of team ups and stuff like that. You would see him appear, but I believe his power set is the actual human person will like go to sleep and then he has this like hard astral projection of himself where he can go and do shit and like his senses and strength and stuff are heightened. I think in this form, I forget exactly everything that goes along with it, but it's that sort of thing. So again, another character that is sort of like mystical or whatever, and that could fit in this line. I saw some people wondering if we might see him in the actual movie. I don't know. It's possible. I guess it's possible. But yeah, that's Sleepwalker, and then there is this astral projection, Doctor Strange, which looks really good as far as the sort of like translucent look to him. Translucent paint looks like it's the same buck as the Doctor Strange we just got in the whatever that Spider-Man wave was that just came out. I guess that was the Armadillo Build-A-Figure wave, maybe.
And this is technically a Doctor Strange 1 figure too, so it's kind of like their redo of an Astral Strange because we had that Astral Strange in the original.
Right, they did mention that. They did mention that, and he's going to come with the head for the Build-A-Figure, so you definitely need him if you want to complete the bath.
Mm-hmm.
Little genie lamp there. I'm guessing that Rintra is going to be in the movie. This looks like it's probably a movie
I
based.
think it's a movie bath, yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like I saw somebody in my comments say that this guy is, I guess, canon in the comic books or something too, and he was like a protege or some type of what do you call that? A mage? What's that when they like a student? A mage? Am I using that word? Well, yeah, like an apprentice, yeah, of Doctor Strange in the comic books, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. I just read it in my comments somewhere on Instagram.
He looks horrifying in the comics. Like he looks like pretty fucked up Oxen or whatever the hell he is. He looks pretty horrifying.
All right, let me look him up. Take a
Look
look
at the
at.
eyes on this. That looks pretty horrifying. He looks like he's been taxidermied.
Oh, yeah.
We enhance here.
Apparently, he is a character in the comics, but he's not wearing any clothes in the comics. He's just out there freeballing.
And then there's the America Chavez from the movie as well.
Yes, so America Chavez, I'm really excited about this figure for a few different reasons. One, because it's a nice sort of like female buck. They gave it a nice thick thighs and everything there. It's a good sculpt. It's a really nice sculpt. Obviously, you'll see a lot of people reusing this for, MJ or whoever else they want to do.
I like her belt.
Yeah, everything here looks real good. When I first saw it, I thought we were about to get the comic-based version of her, but I don't see. I feel like it's not going to be too far off for us to see them release a comic-based version of this character. And I mentioned that I hope Blue Marvel is not far behind, and that they may be trying to round out the Ultimates team at some point in 2022. But yeah, in the comic book, she is a character that can kind of like transverse universes and stuff like that. And being that this is Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness, it makes sense that this character may be making her Marvel Cinematic Universe debut. So I think it's a really young girl playing this part, right? Am I right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's pretty young, I think.
So yeah, this looks good. I like the sneakers. I like the pants, the jacket. Everything looks pretty good. It's almost it's very similar to the comic book look, except the comic
It's an
book.
easy redeco once they have the jean jacket out, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in the comics, she's normally has on shorts though. But yeah, she's pretty powerful too. She has everybody on that Ultimates team was pretty powerful. So yeah, we'll see. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. But next up was Method Man. Master Mordo. Even though it does kind of look like Method Man, somebody on Plastic and Paint said that it does look like the actor as well. But I do think the likeness is there for the actor too.
Yeah,
And,
they just both look the same.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
very
that's true.
similar features. Yeah,
They do have similar features. Very,
So-
very good.
Yeah, it's the eyes, you know.
eyes,
Wow.
the hairline. You know, they both got some big ass foreheads.
Mhm. Yeah, that wig in the actual movie is wild though.
That's a wig?
You're telling me Chitwell didn't grow it out?
So yeah, this looks very good. You know, it's a movie figure. It's not something that I really care about too much, but of course I'll try to complete the BAF. So I'll be picking him up. Who else we got?
I think that's it for the wave. Right?
That was it for the wave. Those were the Wang. We forgot about Wang. So this is our first time getting Master Wang in the Life of the Marvel Legends line. Looks like they may have given him his own unique buck. You know, Wang is a little round. You know,
He's a robust fellow.
Portly, you know.
robust.
That's a great head sculpt.
It's a great head sculpt for sure. I said that too. Those hand sculpts are really nice as well. You should be able to pop those off and use them for other characters. It's a nice sort of, it could double as a martial arts sort of sculpt, I guess, for some of your other figures, other characters and stuff. So, yeah, this looks good. And I could see people breaking this guy up for parts and doing a lot of different things. I wonder how this Wong head may look on that Happy Hogan body.
Ooh.
That might work out for Wong in a suit.
Suited Wong, okay.
Yeah, but I think that's
Oh, there's the bath.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Poncho, who just messaged the podcast chat and he said, and I quote, "I'm gonna put my head sculpt on that Wong body." So Poncho's gonna have his own figure.
1,000%. There we
It's
go.
just, hey man, I was never kidding. I told David Walton he needs to take that head off of Faustus and like make his
Basically.
own David Walton custom. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
we got David
real.
Walton this year. Next year we'll get Poncho. Hopefully we'll be able to round out some of the other admins and other crew.
I mean,
What do
it's an easy head swap. You just get a Luke Cage body and put that Phastos head on it.
You know what? One thing I wanted to ask you guys this week is that this wave caused a lot of controversy.
Why is that?
A lot of people
Controversy?
a lot of people were really pissed off. Like, it's great. You could literally just go to any Marvel group and you'll see it. These people are pissed that this is like very spoiler heavy, I guess. I don't know. Don't they always do this? I don't see the big
these
deal,
are-
but
It's
a
just
lot of people
characters from the movie.
were pissed.
They'll be
I
on
mean-
the poster, you know.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, it is, but it isn't, because again, this was very strategic marketing from the Legends team here. So a lot of this stuff lined up at the right time. Yeah, maybe it's a spoiler of some character that's going to appear in the movie, but clearly it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
if it was, they wouldn't have revealed it. If it
Yeah,
was
they
really a
would
big
have
deal,
helped out.
yeah, because when it is a big deal, they do what you just said. Like they'll show you like 2 or 3 figures from the wave, but wait, to show you the rest of it at a later time, just because it will be a
Right.
spoiler. But like, if they showed it, like, then this is obviously not a big deal. Any of what's shown or
I
made or
like
whatever.
the texture on the bull dude, the like the hair and stuff like that. He just needs some dry brushing on there. You know, that sculpt. But yeah, this looks good. I saw a couple people, Walton and Rectangular, mentioned the hooved feet there, and Dwight had mentioned that in the live stream that this was the first time that we had a character with hooves in the life of the Marvel Legends line. So we all know the Inhuman, known as what's his name, Gorgon.
Yeah, Gorgon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one though, right?
Huh?
Isn't there another one besides Gorgon?
I mean, there's a lot of Inhumans, but he's the only one that has the hooves, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
So I think that we're gonna get some Inhumans very soon. Uh, that goes without saying. They got to reuse this in some way. This makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Rentra Build a Figure Wave.
The last thing was just this new Doctor Strange. And
Yeah, another Doctor Strange from the movie. Head sculpt looks very good. So yeah, this is directly from the movie, and this is the one figure in the wave without a Build a Figure part.
All right, the super case.
Super case figure here. So a decent wave. You know, I can see this one being one that people really pick and choose. But yeah, there was that, and like I mentioned already, there was the single carded Target exclusive Doctor Strange with that great effect. Hasbro has really been leaning into making more effects, giving us more things that support toy photography, A.C.B.A. So that is very cool. I could see this being bought in large numbers just for the portals here.
They got to reuse these portals. Like, we need multi-packs of the portals scene with like a few, redone characters
Yeah,
with these effects included. Like 2 or 3
yeah,
portals in a set, right? Plus, a few characters.
That'd be sick.
yep. I'm with it. I'm with it. So yeah, this looks great. I will be buying this just for the portal, though. I don't really care about. Oh, it says Defender Doctor Strange there,
Yeah, I was
so
just gonna point that out.
that led people to believe that maybe there will be an MCU Defenders. In the comic books, the Defenders are made up of Doctor Strange. Well, the sort of like original core grouping is Doctor Strange, Hulk, Namor, and Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that means for the MCU or if this has any correlation to the actual Defenders in the comic books. We will have to wait and see. And then again, they went over.
Maybe Doctor Strange wears this outfit to try to find some dragon bones buried underneath New York.
It's possible. Anything is possible.
That was the plot of Netflix Defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
So yeah, there was that, and then they went into Clore. This was them just kind of recapping everything that dropped right before the live stream. But they showed us the clone Thor here. So yeah, great. The same sort of like deluxe box packaging here, and this is
Another Target exclusive.
another Target exclusive. No, wait, is it Target? Yeah, this is Target.
I only know because I pre-ordered it.
So yeah, this is
I'm a monster.
This is reminiscent of when the superhero Civil War, the very first superhero Civil War, was going on in the comics, and at some point, the brilliant minds of Reed Richards, Hank Pym, and I think Tony Stark had some input in this as well. They basically cloned Thor from like a lock of his hair or some shit like that, and they put clone Thor on the battlefield against those who were opposed to the Superhuman Registration Act, and clone Thor here went nuts and killed Black Goliath, basically. So that's what's represented here. But this is not only a way for you to get that character from that very specific story, but he does have some regular hands and a semi-regular head where the eyes are just red. Where if you did not get the 80th anniversary Thor, this could still double as your regular comic-based Thor as well. First time we ever get this spinning hammer effect from Marvel Legends. We've seen this from Marvel Select. We've seen it from, I think even Marvel Universe had a small little spinning effect, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like it was in a couple of different things. Oh, we've seen it with the Rebel Tech Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've seen it with other, this sort of game plan with other lines. But this is probably a must buy for a lot of people just for the spinning hammer effect. Also, these hands are interesting. I think you could probably use these with like a Donald Pierce character or something like that from your Hellfire Club. Or maybe another hand
Cable?
scope. Huh?
Cable.
Cable. Yep. Another hand scope for Cable. That would probably work as
Forge,
well.
yeah.
You said who else? Forge? Ah, yes, Forge. Mm-hmm. Are these coming from the chat or are you coming up with these?
I'm coming up with these.
All right, you did it.
These are OGs, baby.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, this looks great. The deco
That
is
was it for what they revealed before the live stream, so then they got into the live stream itself, right?
Exactly. And sometime back they told us that a character that was previously released would get a second shot or a redeco or something like that. And they brought up Ulick from this 2017 Sdcc Box Set. This is very hard to get now, really expensive on a secondary market. Not a lot of people were able to pick this up, but they're going to give us an updated new version of Ulick, or at least some slightly new deco. They added his little like collar chain thing, and they gave him some different fists and some different open hands and 2 new head sculpts that look phenomenal. This looks very, very good. Classic Thor villain here. They also added a hammer. So if you still do have the OG version, then yeah, you should probably hold on to it, and then you can have the option for a sort of relaxed head sculpt. But these sort of like really wild head sculpts here look great. I wonder who sculpted this. I didn't hear anything from Paul on this particular head sculpt. But yeah, this looks very, very good. This is going to be a Walmart exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
I believe so.
There you go.
It says it right there, baby.
Walmart exclusive. That screaming head sculpt looks wild. I love it though. Even the smiling one looks really good too. So yeah, some new hand options. Again, if you have the OG, then it'll be nice to see how close, how the deco differs, and if swapping the heads and hands will work in terms of his skin color and everything here. So Walmart exclusive, Ulick, the King of the Trolls, available in 2022. And then we moved on. They showed us Baron Zemo here. I don't know if we knew previously how this figure was going to be released, but this is going to be a Walmart exclusive. This is one of my favorite looks for Baron Zemo, and this figure looks great. So yeah.
No, this is Walgreens. So like how they were doing all the cosmic figures, all the cosmic characters at Walgreens. This year they're now doing the supervillains at Walgreens and GameStop in Canada.
Yeah, I meant to say Walgreens. I'm sorry. So Walgreens and GameStop in Canada, which is also like, isn't it like EB Games or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Entertainment boutique or electronics boutique, right?
Electronics boutique. Yes. We used to have those here in the States as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Then they just went away at random.
Yeah,
So they became EB Games, then EB Games became GameStop, or maybe even got bought out, and now they're all GameStop.
But what do I see here? I see some yellow gloved hands that you may be able to reuse for other characters with yellow gloved hands.
Sword. They call this the championship belt right here.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, this version of Zemo, like I said, is one of my favorites. It looks good. I'm echoing. I don't know where that's coming from. So yeah, there was that, and then they also, for the first time, revealed a brand new Jigsaw figure. So Punisher villain. This is great. Looks like they may be reusing the bat that's going to come with the Hammerhead figure that's coming in that retro Spider-Man wave. That's like right around the corner. But yeah, they made a point to mention how crazy and grotesque his head sculpt looks, and it looks good. I don't know. I saw I saw somebody make the comment that the Toy Biz version, the head sculpt is still better. I don't know about that shit. You people that swear by the Toy Biz stuff, yeah, sometimes y'all be reaching. But this does look good. I do wish there was a little more maybe color like the Toy Biz version. Um,
Yeah,
but
it's a little pale, compared to the white
yeah,
suit.
yeah, he needs a tan. But this is our first time getting this character since the Toy Biz days. So it's been a very long time since we had a Jigsaw. We had two versions of Jigsaw back in the time. We had a white suit version, and we had a version of him in a Punisher outfit, as that happened in one of the comics back in the day. He dressed up as Punisher. I guess tried to frame him or something. I forget exactly what happened.
Yeah, the old like stitched up Punisher suit.
Yes, so maybe we'll see a redo of that here for Jigsaw. But yeah, this looks really cool. So we have some more sort of like street level goons. Jigsaw coming as a Walgreens exclusive as well. So he's got a little sort of shotgun. He's got quite a few different knives. I don't know why those knives need to be that big. You would think they would give him like a nice little pocket knife or a switchblade, sort of like they
Right.
gave Callisto, but whatever.
He's got a couple combat knives there. The machete, who's that come with before?
Machete, we've seen it before. I'm trying to remember who. Maybe was it Craven? Nah, Craven didn't come with that. I don't know. But yeah, where the fuck's he carrying a machete in a suit? Who's walking around like a crazy
Maybe
person?
a Scarface callback or something?
Oh no.
I don't know.
But yeah, supervillains. We're gonna see how many Walgreens exclusives do they normally put out in a year? 4?
I think it's 4.
Or because they put out the Fantastic Four in a year, and
Right.
maybe even Silver Surfer in there, so maybe 5.
Yeah, 4 to 5. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like every quarter, basically, right?
Yeah, probably 1 every quarter. So yeah, probably 4.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just due to the delays, it's hard to tell because Quasar and Binary came out at the same time.
Yeah.
And you still can't really find them. It's so hard to tell.
So you know what? It's at the very least, we'll see 2 more villains from Walgreens in 2022. Well, I guess we could bet on that. Maybe 3. So what's the speculation out there? What you guys think? It's not going to be Mephisto as a Walgreens exclusive. I highly doubt that.
It's always Mephisto.
Blackheart though.
Blackheart is still a very big character. Have they done any like very large characters as Walgreens exclusives? It's normally like kind of like normal humanoid size.
They did the Thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're right. That's true.
Yeah, I guess that would be so.
That is a beefy man.
Try to think of somebody like inexpensive. It's a villain that they could make, I guess.
Who else haven't we seen in a while? That's a
Villains, huh?
like a B-list villain.
Oh, you know what would be dope? I mean, I doubt that they do it because this is an actual bath. But I'd love a black suited Kingpin.
Mm,
That'd be dank.
I could see that, especially with. Did we talk about Hawkeye last?
I think so. Yeah. Not.
But,
No, we didn't.
We didn't talk about episode 4.
Did we?
all right. Well, we'll save that.
No. Yeah, no, we didn't.
We'll get
because
into all that.
Yeah, because that just aired the other day.
Okay, yeah, that was Wednesday.
5
Sorry.
was this week.
Correct. All right, so there was just a couple more things here for Legends.
Yeah, let me just go through some of the suggestions people had for these exclusives in the chat.
Okay.
What about a Mandarin? A Mandarin would be cool, huh?
Oh,
Ooh.
Mandarin would be
Yeah,
smart.
that will work. That
That's
will
a
work.
smart one.
Scourge and Moonstone.
Who did say? What was the second one? you
Scourge
said?
and Moonstone.
We had a Scourge before, didn't we?
Not a comic one.
True.
To go with an Enchantress, and then
Oh, Scourge. I'm thinking of This other guy that people was army building.
Yeah, I meant like Executioner.
Yes.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
Surge too, huh? But yeah. Moonstone would be another good one because that's just the body redeco and some new fun accessories. Thank you, Cuckoo. What about Blue Marvel? No, he's not a supervillain.
I'd love to get a Norman Osborn.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, for that.
What about Baron von Strucker?
That could work.
Oh, that's smart too. That's a good one.
Think of like I don't know, like adjacent characters to the whole wave that they did, the whole supervillains wave.
I mean, that could be anybody really at this point.
Yeah.
But
who else was missing from that? Here comes the bad guys cover.
Yeah, there was other. Well, you said Blackheart already. I said that was kind of a like really large figure that I think would probably be a bat. But
yeah,
there was some other characters that were mentioned in that, or that were in the original, or slated to be in the original Toy Biz Bring on the Bad Guys wave. Who else was in there? Green Goblin, which we already got. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Huh?
Mole Man, I'm just going through the list here.
Yeah, that could work.
Mole Man on the Doc Ock base. Thank you, Jermichael Johnson. That's a good one, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the Spot, Absorbing Man, Titania, Death's Head. Judge. That's pretty much it. Spiral, Walgreens exclusive. That'd be interesting. Second chance of that Spiral. But yeah, moving on. Thank you for the suggestions. But yeah, they basically also recapped. Obviously, we're in the midst of about to get this 20th anniversary wave for Marvel Legends, with the Toy Biz homage packaging and everything, recreating that classic first wave, right?
Yep. Yeah, these look great. We know that Unparalleled Universe had revealed Captain America here, reviewed them and stuff like that. So, like you said, an homage to the old Toy Biz packaging, the old sort of brick clamshells, and we got to get an updated Iron Man with the hornhead helmet. Everybody's been waiting for that. And we'll get the Tony Stark head sculpt with the
done
blue
by
shield.
done by Paul Harding.
Yeah, done by Paul Harding. So this is within his Marvel in the 70s sort of looks. And so they finally revealed Hulk, which we knew was going to be on the way because he was a part of that original Toy Biz wave. And again, head sculpt's done by Paul here. I like this a lot. It's sort of kind of reminiscent of the Face Off Hulk head sculpt to me in a way.
Yeah, it has that really wide, like, bottom jaw. I don't know,
yes. Hulk's got some good fucking teeth. What's going on?
He's got a routine.
He's got those pearly whites, man.
He's got fucking 32 BJ or some shit. He's got a great. But yeah, this looks cool. Some people said they didn't really like it. I like it. I like it as a different sort of classic look for Hulk.
Yeah.
The 70s basically. So yeah, this will be
great.
It looks like they updated some of the deco on the pants. Obviously, it's a different kind of colored green as well, but I don't remember if with those like ripped shirt parts were at the top of his pants on the other 80th anniversary Hulks. Maybe I'm bugging. I'm not 100%.
It's on all the ripped parts. I think it's just little like white like fabric highlighting.
I've noticed that in the images, the promo images for the figures in this live stream have been better posed. I don't know if I'm bugging there, but I feel like that last slide right there was like pretty nicely posed, and sometimes legends be wild.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, you'll get this nice little rock base here, which I think looks pretty cool. And I suppose that if you buy multiple Hulks, you can build up a nice little diorama or something here. But yeah, this will be part of the celebration of 20 years of Marvel Legends. They did mention Toad and that we would be getting Toad as well, but we would have to stay tuned to figure out when and where and how, I suppose. But yeah, this looks really good. I'm glad they gave us both fisted hands and open hands. And too bad they did not modify the upper torso where the butterfly joints could hinge forward as well. That's really my only issue with this particular mode. It was that, and
There's
then
a damaged Mandroid head too, and the more
yeah, I think that's supposed to be like I feel like that was supposed to be like some other like robot thing that Hulk fought that looks sort of like the Mandroid too. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging.
Well, there you go. Pre-orders are up. Hasbro Pulse, go get it.
Yeah, that went up for pre-order, and then they went into their picks for the year. We don't need to cover that, but you guys can go online and vote. I guess the voting is still open to see who had the best picks on the year. I do like this format. We talked about it before that it's a cool format, and I feel like we did something similar to this, or maybe I did. Last year too. After this, so I might do it again this week. But
well, we got our own plans for a fun end of year show. So
true. So yeah, there was that, and then they came back and gave us one more big reveal on the day. They gave us what I believe is going to be the first X-Men wave of 2022. We knew that Vulcan was on the way. Brand new buck for Vulcan here. This looks very, very good to me. I'm very excited for what they can do with this buck. They're gonna have to go back and do all of the Summers brothers on this buck, basically. So finally, we may get a Cyclops with butterfly joints, and you know that's proper. If you don't know, Vulcan is the long lost or forgotten brother of Cyclops and Havoc, but he is the most powerful of the three. He is basically like Omega level in terms of power. He had a very good story run in Uncanny X-Men that started on in like issue 375 or 475. I think it was maybe it was 475. And yeah, that you could read through those like 10 or 11 issues of Uncanny X-Men, and it'll lead you into like it'll lead you through a couple of different storylines that ultimately end in War of Kings, and you can see the rise and fall of the Shi'ar Empire. That was actually the title of the story, where Vulcan was coming back. This was after the Deadly Genesis event. I don't know. That probably sounds like mumbo jumbo to somebody that's not really into X-Men, but this is one you should pick up, and you should go back and read those comic books. So there was Vulcan, and then they also revealed his teammate from that original X-Men team that Professor X put together to go and save his A team that had got caught up on the island of Krakoa, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But this is Darwin. P's laughing at me. But
no. I'm laughing at something else.
Monchad's browsing dank memes while we're on the air.
I literally am laughing at a dank meme right now. I'm so sorry.
I can tell by the type of laugh. Started with a sharp exhale through your nostril.
But our first time getting Darwin in the life of the Marvel Legends line. Again, you can put him with this team that it seems like they'll be building that can go with Vulcan, but they also cross paths in the later issues in that Uncanny X-Men run that I was just talking about. And Darwin was pretty much wearing the same costume. So you could use him for a classic or sort of like modern look here. It would be very difficult for them to give us something that kind of showcases this guy's power set. So I don't know. I highly doubt that he'll come with any like real cool accessories or anything like that.
Bummer.
But yeah, I can see people army building this guy and just popping their heads off and making like aliens, basically too.
For real, that's a good alien base.
Yep. So alien head.
The alien head.
Yeah.
Alien head.
Oh, he's got the fist though. Okay.
And salad fingers.
He does have salad fingers for sure.
What's
And
he
then
tossing out?
they revealed Wolverine in this wave. I was a little confused. I've been asking for a Wolverine on the Astonishing X-Men Wolverine for a long time. I was told that this basically is the Astonishing X-Men Wolverine, and I guess it is very similar to that outfit, except those freaking black shoulder pads there. I don't know what's going on there, but he's got the hot claws. This is supposedly from some specific issue, I believe, when his claws got heated up or whatever, I guess. Hopefully he'll have some additional hands in there without the claws extended or with regular claws, I'm hoping. But, you know, it's the base that we've seen plenty of times that works for Marvel Legends Wolverine. But I really don't like those shoulder pads.
My issue is the head sculpt. That's not Astonishing Wolverine's head sculpt. Like, what the heck?
Mm. Yeah, that too.
I haven't used this one in forever.
Yeah, so I'm not like super excited about this. I guess we'll have to wait and see what else he might be packed in with. Maybe it'll be some other surprise that we haven't seen yet. And then they showed us a classic Sabretooth here, which, in my opinion, looks completely ridiculous.
Another Harding creation.
Yeah, this is Paul Harding's head sculpt. Maybe it's a situation where it wasn't painted properly or something. I don't know. It looks very goofy, though, to me. Like, it looks a little, like, too cartoonish, especially considering what Paul's been giving us and what we've seen that's going to be coming out from him. This doesn't even look like it's in line with what he's been doing. Now, I don't know if there was some issue with the scope that left his render and how it ended up on this side or what, but like I don't know. A lot of people have been waiting for Sabretooth on the right buck, and Dwight made mention of that too and said, I know you guys want Sabretooth on a bigger buck, but this is supposed to be like his first appearance look. And so it is what it is. It's a figure with a Build-A-Figure part. So although I think this looks very goofy, I will probably still pick it up.
I think it's like all the gum that it's showing.
Paul put up a picture of his render on his Instagram. So I mean, you can take a look at that and see if maybe it didn't translate well, or if it's it didn't. What did they do to his sculpt, man?
Looks like it got stretched like up or something.
Yeah, something happened there. Wow,
that's messed up.
I was gonna say that his sculpt and his render right here, it's very the best parts about it are in all the details. Like the details really make it, like the fine, small, little like touches he put into it. And then once it's translated over to a Marvel Legend, and then you get like, the factory paint on it, it just like cakes it, and like it's just all the detail is gone. So it just looks it looks like crazy soft and stuff, and
it looks very
teeth all blend into themselves. You just see like a hard line between the gum and the teeth.
Absolutely.
I could see somebody taking it with some paint and really make it look 10 times better, cleaning it up and just making it look a lot better, Adding those
very
fine.
Cool, Paul. Thank you.
He's got the he's got the fingerless gloves there. I'm not gonna say much more about that.
He's got the he's got the Joe Pesci gloves.
Yep.
The wet bandits.
What about our girl here?
All right, so we get Siren for the first time in the Marvel Legends line. I knew for certain that we would get Banshee before Siren, but I guess not. We can actually go ahead and put her with our X-Force team, though, so that's pretty cool. I'm hoping that the windswept hair head sculpt is not the only one. I hope there is a relaxed head sculpt for her in the package, but it looks like they're using the newer female buck, if I'm not mistaken. I see double jointed elbows there, so
yeah, I think this certainly is.
I think the real issue here is that why is her hair so windswept, but we don't get like the open mouth face with it? Like,
right? Yeah,
I think that's usually the issue, is that they put the very like expressive hair or expression, with the more relaxed look sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they get it mixed up there. So I'm hoping that there is another head sculpt though. I don't like when you can't do something vanilla with the figure, But this looks pretty good. I do like the look of this figure. I'm a little concerned about those soft parts. Can we call that soft goods?
Yeah, they look like Lego capes.
That's exactly what it looks like, man.
That is a very good description.
All right. Well, we got a super chat talking about the Sabretooth real quick. If we can just
All right.
address that for a
Please
moment.
do.
Poncho, you got it? Or wait, I lost it.
We can't hear you, P.
I said, Cooper Steve hit us with $2. He said, "Why does Sabretooth look like Jim Carrey?"
Right, this looks like if an X-Men movie was made in 1997.
Oh yeah.
It's like, Jim Carrey is Beast.
King Pope Caesar
Yeah, they
hit
need
us
to-
with 5 as well.
They
Thank you,
need
man.
to animate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Poncho.
I said King Pope Caesar just hit us with 5 as well earlier, and we missed a super chat earlier. Bo Biggs, man the myth. He said, headed to check out No Way Home, so I'll catch you guys on the replay, but wanted to give a shout out to the comic legend George Perez, who was recently diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, man, that's messed up. I saw that they've been trying to get like some of his most famous works printed just so the money could go to him and his family.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do something like that, man. I mean, I know like in this industry how it works, like you can't do that at the drop of a hat. But it would be good to like at least announce it, like, hey, this shit's not gonna be ready anytime soon. But boom, we're gonna print this run of George Perez and this run. And...
Damn, that's
Yeah.
sad. Well,
Moment of silence. Oh, all right.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally had one.
He's still alive, guys. I don't know if you know that.
Oh my god.
The man is still very much alive. He lives in Ohio.
He's alive.
Yeah. So continuing on, we had the other Summers brother, but on the OG body that we know and love.
Yep.
Dude,
Which, this is the Spidey body.
We're getting double brothers?
Mhm.
Is this the Spidey body? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look at those big ass feet.
No, this
100%,
is the
baby.
pizza Spidey. This is the
This is
Sunfire.
yeah, 2099 Sunfire.
Right.
Got it. All right. Yeah, this is a classic Havoc here. We haven't had a classic Havoc since the Toy Biz days as well. So nice to have him. It's an easy way for them to get this guy out. He's pretty much got an all black costume with a orb in the middle of his chest and a different head sculpt here. I do like the head sculpt here on Havoc, though. If you take a close look, our guy Mayshelf did this head sculpt. Sculptor Shelf Mayshelf did this head sculpt. Take a close look there. You can see the blonde sort of eyebrows and features there. It looks very clean. Looks good. So I'm feeling that. And
The
for
effects are a real big draw here.
yeah, we got some crazy effects here for Marvel Legends. This is like freaking Tamashi level effects here for $25 or whatever the new price is going to be. So there's some effects that attach around his wrist, and then there's a whole back part, and this is going to be pretty cool and shot. So again, Marvel Legends leaning into giving us more effects. This is what people have been asking for quite some time, myself included, and they are going ahead and giving it to us. So yeah, this looks good. Havoc, classic Havoc. And then we knew that this guy was coming, but this was the first time that we see the full reveal of this figure. This is Maggot. We got a tease of his little maggots, I guess, on the last live stream.
Yeah, I was at Hasbro PulseCon, I think.
Oh, PostCon, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, this looks very good. Looks pretty true to form as far as his look in the comic books. I'm hoping that there is an additional head sculpt here with him. I was almost certain that he would be a builder figure, so it's good that he is a regular figure in the wave. It'll just be a bigger figure. He's going to be on the what buck did they say he was on? The Hercules buck. Yes. So, that's a great sculpt, and it's a great sculpt for this character. I think it represents his physique pretty well. So there's Maggot. I hope there's an additional head sculpt though for him. And then those were all of the regular figures in the wave, and we knew this was coming. I've been telling you guys for months that this is one of Dwight's favorite characters, or the Reaver's one of his favorite sort of villain teams from the books. So we were absolutely going to be getting. I always mess up his name. What's his name?
Bone Cruncher.
Nope. Bone Crusher.
Bone
Breaker.
Breaker?
Yeah, it's Bone Breaker.
Bone Saw is ready. Got you.
Bone
keep calling
Saw
him
is ready.
Yes.
So this is going to be the bath. Looks like the tank portion probably connects together. It looks like a seam right there. So I guess we'll have the
It's at the waist. It's like right here at this break.
yeah. Looks like we'll have both sides of the tank packed in, and then the arms and I guess the body, the head, whatever. How they'll break this down. But this looks very cool. I love the shades that you can kind of play with here. I like the head sculpt. This is our character that they tease without legs. So that's what's going on here. And I've been saying for months on my Instagram, you guys should go back and pick up the other members from this squad while they're still cheap and available, because I knew this guy was going to be coming. The little barrels on the back can be removed. We did get a teaser of those barrels too.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were guessing very wrong as to what those barrels belong to, but now we know that they belong to this guy from the Reavers. So if you don't have Lady Deathstrike and you don't have Skullbuster and you don't have multiple Skullbusters where you could make just other kind of troops and stuff, then you need to go get on that right now, because that stuff's going to go up on the secondary market within the week, basically.
Is this just a regular release?
Say it again.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
What'd you say?
Is this a regular figure? Or is this a builder figure?
No, this is the bath.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, so yeah, this will be the bath for the first wave of X-Men in 2022. And then before they left us, they gave us one final tease here. Ryan broke out
a
backpack with a little mini backpack inside.
Oh!
Pancho, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see this. I know exactly what this is.
Okay, so most of us have a good idea of what this is and who it belongs to, and we'll talk about that a bit more.
That's rad. That's cool.
Show. So
big anniversary coming up next year, so makes sense.
Yep. That was the Marvel Legends Fan First Thursday, the last one, December 16th of last one of 2021. I thought they did a great job of giving us a nice mix of new and exciting things, and then rounding us off with some stuff that we knew was coming, but giving us the details on how. Oh, one thing we forgot to mention too, when they revealed the Hulk, they showed the stop motion that DX Animation made for them.
That's
too.
A good
so
one.
That was very, very cool. Yeah. So he had the figures for quite some time now, because I'm sure he had to work on this. He works really fast, apparently.
He sure does. Dude's a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine. So yeah, shout out to him. His stop motions always look very, very clean and are always exciting and engaging and fun, and just, he's a master of his craft. So yeah, DX Animation on Instagram. He has been doing we talked about him a few times. He has been doing animations and doing stop motions for a lot of different promotional stuff over this past year. It was a good year.
It was through he was doing the ones for BBTS, and then
originally, yes.
Yeah, and then all the companies started contacting me after that.
Basically. Get those checks, maybe get that money.
That's right. Chase that bag.
That was it. I didn't want to go over an hour for Legends, just a little bit over an hour. All right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say one thing with that. Who's that tank guy? What's his name? Bonesaw?
Bone Saw is ready.
Bone Breaker.
I wonder how many parts do you think that tank is going to be in? Two across two figures?
I think the bottom part is
that's what we were just saying. That the tank seems like it's going to come together with a seam right down the middle.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be in the package with two figures, like a half a sandwich, basically.
Oh, I see.
Half sandwich, brother. Come on.
Yeah,
Rick, you know what I'm thinking with that?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm getting that for a total tank for those Santas that come out next year.
Total tank, baby. Woo! Total tank. Santa's coming down the street in a Panzer.
What you guys think? How could they reuse this tank?
don't know.
Let's get a. You know what? You know what?
Color variant.
What? Let's get a Smythe going. He's tanking it though. He's not hover chairing it. He's tanking it. Animated series.
Damn, who else could they use this freaking tank base for?
It's if it was like the only thing that I noticed about the tank is like the cannon is so short. Maybe if they retooled it to where the cannon is like an actual size, it could work for us, like just a different scaled, full scale cannon that you could like maybe use with somebody else with like some minor retools here or there. But
The
You know,
that
you know, you
the cannon part's a little erotic though. What's going on?
you know if you know what they know that, so they put it to the side. They didn't put it right in the
See.
middle.
They
'cause
put it right in the
knew
middle. I guess they really couldn't though, because again, it looks like that's
that's the
where
theme,
it
yeah.
comes together. Yeah, but that's hey,
You know,
everybody's parts don't line straight up, bro.
if we really want to put our big brain hats on right now, you could do something comedic with this. You could make the next release of this have half the body of Deadpool coming out of it. He's
Yeah,
just
that's
like-
true. I can see
he's
that.
just-
yeah, he's just in like a toy
that-
tank.
Yeah, totally believable. Like have him like Deadpool with like an army helmet on, like you know. Dun, da, 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 da. Could it happen? I can see
Maybe
that.
they make a DX Deadpool. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
that black and
Riders
green
series?
invading WCW.
I'm really trying to think of any other Marvel characters with like tank bodies. I don't know.
It's such a robust corner of the Marvel mythos. Practically bleeding with characters. BXTR Works hit us with 10. Thank you so much, man. Stronger Power 93 hit us with 5. Little pro tip. He said, let folks know that you can do paying for using Klarna for HasLabs. Paid for an order for the Proton Pack minutes before orders closed, and it worked. He got bi-weekly
you know what?
payments.
We did talk about that.
We
Before,
did, yeah.
didn't we?
Oh,
I think I ended up trying to do that, but it was still just a little much.
True.
What do you mean? Like it would cost extra when you say it was a little much, or just the price doing the whole thing was just too
Like
much?
the upfront cost before the payments. Like it wasn't an even split. It was like a higher upfront cost, and then you pay the rest off. And I'm just like, still not down to swing that much.
I see.
Yeah.
Mamma mia!
You know. But yeah, these I don't know about this tank, man. This might be a one and done unless they give us like color variants of the same character, or like Rick is saying, just I don't know, put a girl Deadpool on there, and it's like, you know, tank girl Deadpool.
I like that. I like that that gun too. That's snazzy.
Yeah, it's a heater.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I tried to
All this
Google.
stuff is, I think, up for pre-order now, right?
I
No,
tried
these
to
are
Google
stay tuned.
Marvel. I tried to Google Marvel tank characters, and all I got was Marvel Comics Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends.
Edgy.
I was like, man, what the Marvel did Thomas the Tank Engine comics?
No.
Yeah, man, it's real, baby.
All right. Yeah, that was it for Legends. What's next on the docket?
Got a little McFarlane action, if you don't mind.
All right, let's do it. I saw McFarlane put out some teasers for One Thing I Care About.
That's right. Well, I mean, he's following up on the biggest Batmobile vehicle ever from McFarlane and maybe anyone else.
Jesus.
17-inch long, 11.25-inch tall Batmobeast, which dwarfs
what?
everybody's smallest employee.
Did we talk about that custom Bat tank thing from the Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah.
That Dallas James had.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Because I saw a picture of the Batman and Robin with the tank for the first time since those just came out. We could,
nice.
Show that real quick at some point. Go ahead, Fabio. You can continue though.
Did he bust out the smallest employee again?
As a refresher, this is the size comparison to make sure you know you are getting your maximum bang for your Batmobeast buck. Look at this.
He
McFarlane,
did it again.
a reasonably
Look at
tall
that.
guy, you know. But
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
god, that thing just grew like
Leave this woman alone, Todd.
I know. This is somebody's Lola here.
Yeah.
She's sitting there trying to clean these books.
You guys want to know what's really? I thought that I took a picture of it. I was trying to look for it on my phone, but I guess I didn't. McFarlane or DC or somebody has this like not remote controlled monster truck for Batman at Target as we speak. It's the exact same size as this, and it's like $30. And it's like not electronic either, just like this isn't. And this is like $90.
This is $90.
Yeah, this is $90.
What?
Really?
And there's
How
one
do you
in
go
the
from $25 motorcycles to this.
Yeah, you know what really doesn't make sense, Fabio, is that there's nothing in this. There's no engineering in this. There's no electronics. There's no.
No, it's
Where
just
does
a
that price
chassis, right?
Yeah, it's a thin plastic chassis because there's like pictures of it like broken apart showing you how you put a character in there. It's just so odd because like I said, there's literally one in the same toy aisle that has no electronics either. It's just like a kind of like you move it with your hands and you make it do whatever the hell you want yourself, and it's like $30 some, and this is $90. This is really rough, man.
There's still McFarlane fans out there that'll be like, oh man, that's a steal. I can get 2 of these for the price of 1 Conan aftermarket.
You guys get it, you Conan lovers?
And I only say that because I got him recently. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
This is up for pre-order now on select retailers. Check if you want it, go try and get it. Mirrorverse stuff continuing. This weird like Disney, I think mobile game. Is that what it is? Pancho, do you know what this is?
This is it's a mobile. It's a mobile game.
Okay.
It's an app.
It's Disney doing fantasy stuff, and here's Mickey as a 12-inch, like big fig that they do.
Oh Christ! I've seen the little ones are in Target right now. These are 12 inches.
These are the 12-inch figures.
You can't even move his legs.
You cannot. No.
Did you imagine actually articulating figures? Because I can't.
He's sliding back into his obscurity. He's going backwards again.
I mean, I think this is an attempt to make children's toys in a way. I don't know. Like I don't know like the plastic quality of these, but you could smack these together. I'm sure.
I think
there's some chunk to it.
You put these in a Disney resort, they'll sell.
Yeah, that's true. To the edgy, maybe like 13-year-old there begrudgingly on the family trip. If Disney looks like this, then yeah, okay. I'm on board now.
No, I could definitely see this selling at a theme park or some shit for sure.
Yeah, there's gotta be like a ride or something in the works. This is a 5-inch figure right now.
Or even in Toys R Us or some type of toy store right now. It's holiday times. Parents will just see this shit and just grab it and try to get out of it.
And then here's another 5-inch figure, Donald Duck. This Donald looks kind of cool. There's some Kingdom Hearts-ness to it, right?
Yeah. Can we talk about the fact that he's got the circa 2006 T.I. hat
the hat.
Side of the head? What is going on? This is the Rubber Band Man edition, Donald Duck.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Why is he a tank? How did he go from being like a mage in Kingdom Hearts to a tank?
Well, they're just trying to diversify him.
I don't know, man. Baloo. There he is. It's nothing but tanks. That's all they sell. They only care about the tanks.
Oh shit! Yeah, they are all tanks. Why is this guy like in goo? Why is Sully like in purple goo?
This is a fractured version. This is like
Jesus Christ!
Look at him! Look at him! He's coming out of the fractured gate right behind.
Right. Well, I guess they all are. What about gold label fractured Captain Jack Sparrow?
Oh god!
I will say I do like how he like looks in this game in terms of like incorporating
he does look cool.
the undeadness of him into the one arm.
Yeah, I like it too. Actually,
It's cool. What is he? He doesn't have a class. What's going on with that? Come on, is he just an NPC? What about the genie? Another tank, 7-inch figure.
Genie looks like he found like the right barber and like You know, got his paycheck. It's like shopping for a new fit for the club and shit.
This is the genie. This is the genie that started going out with that like cute Latina from work. She started showing him how to dress and what barbers to go to.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled's barber.
Oh god.
Looks clean. I mean, the outfit, everything. Yeah, he's got some genie drip going on right now.
I like that. I like that base piece. Maybe you could take them off of that. And
Yeah,
use that
for sure.
something.
That is pretty cool.
Could be like a Doctor Strange thing or whatever.
Well, there's your mirror verses. Let's get into. I don't know if you guys have started watching it, but season 2 of The Witcher is now.
Hell
on Netflix.
yeah! I finished it, baby.
Really? I'm a few episodes in. It's pretty good so far.
Dang, it's going on that Dark Link Geralt right there.
I just you know what I don't like about The Witcher, man, is the wait. I wanna watch it. Want it to keep going.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of it.
That's so good.
I've been
man.
kind of interested.
It feels like it would follow the format of one of those like Hercules or Xena the Warrior Princess, like WB shows back in the day. Because I think it's kind of what I'm getting the same impression as far as what I've seen in season 2 so far. I feel like time passes like really fast throughout the show, where it feels like there should be like 2 or 3 episodes of filler of just like a villain of the week kind of adventure in between, you know?
Yeah, time passes by fast.
So it feels like there should be, 20 episodes to a season and it just like runs forever, But either way, I see what you're saying there, Rick. The big thing here though is the horse, baby. This is a deluxe figure. This is a single release horse.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's by itself. I didn't even realize how it was being released. So it's not attached to any figure in the package, right?
No, it's not a Build-A-Figure. It's this is the wave right here. It's the Geralt, it's Ciri, it's Witcher mode Geralt, and Roach, the horse.
No.
Am I wrong?
That is not Roach. He's wrong. That's not Roach.
No.
He's on top of a house.
That's not Roach. That's bullshit.
Well,
I was just about to say, like, leave it to McFarlane to not call this horse the right name.
Dude, you're right. Roach is brown. I'm just realizing.
This spoiler alert. This horse shows up like at the end of the season.
Oh no,
that's not Roach. Yeah, this is bullshit.
The Shadowmere from Oblivion.
Man, I'm about to make a whole rant video.
Is gonna get some mileage for sure.
Oh yeah, Roach or not, this is a dope ass horse, and this is gonna be great for like just the toys in general. This is dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Jamichael says
they've done the video game Witcher, but I don't think they've done Netflix Witcher yet, have they? I think this is the first of it. I'm not sure. Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying Jamichael hit us with $2. He said the Witcher horse means I don't have to build a horse anymore.
That's very true.
Oh, yeah.
Big plus to that. Thank you, Jamichael.
Very true.
Here is the Geralt by himself. Comes with the sword. The armor that I'm currently watching him craft in the show so far. Here's Cirilla. Oh, she comes with the training sword and a real sword. That's cool.
Oh, that's dope. Both of the swords, that's dope.
Here is Witcher mode Geralt, which you kind of have to get, so you have the silver sword as well, because his whole thing is he has 2 swords.
Oh, the regular one doesn't come with a silver sword?
Weak. Doesn't appear to. No.
I wish that Geralt came with like a flaming sword.
Yeah, the flaming sword would have been sick.
That would have been sick. Yes.
It'll come. Variants,
That's such a Todd thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's another Geralt, but this time he's got the flaming sword.
I even hope we get this head sculpt, but in skin tone, non-Witcher mode. But just like angry non-Witcher mode.
Yeah, like pissed off Geralt.
Yeah. They nailed his chin. This is a better Henry Cavill head sculpt than they did for Superman, so.
I know, what the hell? How could you mess this? How could you get this right, but you messed the other one up?
Right? He has, because they gave the butt chin. I mean, I guess they both have the butt chins, but the Ben Affleck, I think it's their hairs that it looked like they completely swapped around. And then here's the horse. which also comes. Oh, I guess the horse comes with the silver sword. So if you don't want Witcher
Oh.
mode Geralt, you can still get him and the horse and have both swords.
Dare I
Hey,
say
I'll
that's a smart move?
I was about to say, I'll give credit to Todd when it's due. That's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty
good.
sick. And it stores on the horse, which is huge. Fully
I
articulated
like
horse, deluxe figure, pre-order now, select retailers. I think this is going to be one that's worth pre-ordering.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be widely purchased. But I think my only issue with the horse so far, I think the legs look a little skinny.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know.
thin. They're thin and they're pretty close
They're
together.
a little thin.
Yeah, a little closer, just because of the proximity of like the break of the skull. It feels
Yeah.
like there should be like ball joints more.
It almost seems if like the break was higher up, then it would have looked a little better. Where you kind of get like almost like I want to call it a shoulder. It's not a shoulder. But
Yeah, you know that's like the problem with a lot of McFarlane stuff, because the way that he works is like so like I really don't mean to sound like such a hater, but it's so ass backwards. Like the way that he works, he sculpts first and then he cuts. So things come out looking very strange most times. Like as with like other people when they're designing, they also keep like articulation in mind most of the time. Like I think Paul said that to us. I'd like specifically asked, you know, kind of like a little dig at Todd. That, you know, most people sculpt with the articulation in mind, and he doesn't do that. He just sculpts and then cuts away. That's why his ankles are the ugliest ankles in the toy industry.
Yeah, it seems
They're just a
very.
little,
It seems very amateur for somebody at Todd's, with his career, with his lengthy career and his wealth of knowledge and like just knowing about shit. You would think that he would like abandon. He would have been abandoned that type of strategy, but yeah.
I'm gonna get one of these and I'm gonna call it Pie Oh My.
You know what we about to get? Our very first horse comparison on the review tables. People,
that's true.
Break out the Toy Biz version, the McFarlane, and the Mythic Legions.
Yeah, the Mythic Legions for sure.
Also,
I wonder if also this is not even the first horse that McFarlane has promised us, because remember a while back they did the pre-orders for the Dark Knight Returns wave, and that's the Build a Horse wave.
Is it? Okay, so this is a different sculpt.
Yeah, am I wrong about that? I remember seeing that.
I'm sure it has to be the same sculpt.
Yeah, here it is.
No, it's not. It's different.
I don't know.
It looks like it might be different.
That is shocking, to say the least.
Maybe, I mean, I see that, and then I see the individual images, but no mention of the horse. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. So it does combine with the horse, into the horse. But I'm not sure if it is the same sculpt. Yeah, there's no better picture of that old horse.
You know what's about to happen, though. Everybody's going to be grabbing one of these two horses, or maybe both, and just using their Mafex, the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Sure.
Definitely.
That's happening.
All right, there's the horses.
That's happening for me, actually.
There's the Witcher, and then some DC reveals today as well, or yesterday.
Okay.
Got a new Billy Mahoney.
You know, this is the most Billy Mahoney looking one so far. Not gonna front.
Oh yeah.
This really looks like Billy Mahoney.
100%.
Sometimes he just be reaching any blonde character. He's like, "That's me."
Yeah. No, this is it for sure.
Much love, Billy.
Yeah. Shout out to Billy.
This looks like somebody just put a questionable comment in the chat of Toycanics Live.
What? Huh?
Looks good though. I like the different textures and everything. The scales have like a nice,
Looks like he's have we seen butterfly joints on McFarlane figure before? Am I bugging?
Well, they all technically have them. If they work is another question. So
and that might be the case here. Hopefully the sculpt doesn't interrupt that.
That's actually a pretty good looking sculpt. I just don't, it's just the articulation might not be the greatest.
It's kind of a more modern look too, so
kind
of works for both. Continuing on,
kind of looks like whoever was doing the art for those Witchblade comics back in the day. Who was the artist on those comics? That's what it kind of looks like there to me a little bit.
Oh yeah, I can see that, Boog. Yeah, very.
Looks like a witchy woman. Oh, which A woman?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. And then moving on. Looks like this looks like the cover of a romance novel, in fact, with like the waves crashing
A little
on the
bit.
back and everything.
Pounded
Here's
water.
Here is Martian Hunter. Wow.
Mhm.
This actually looks good. I don't know. Is it about, speaking of sculpting first and then putting articulation later, if you're putting the articulation first, or the sculpt first, why still do the pins? I feel like it's not
Yeah,
upgrade
that's one thing
pinless.
that's one thing I've always wondered about him. He hates the breaking of sculpt and stuff like that. Like, why not? Like, I'd rather be charged a few extra dollars more and go pinless. If like,
Mhm.
I would prefer to charge customers like a few extra bucks, go pinless, and not ruin my sculpt. Like,
Yeah. Well, there's him. I mean, it looks good for a simple dude. I mean, still, they do a good job with the texturing always. Like, just these little pieces of the belt and everything. Looks good. What's next? Oh, look at that.
he's
Superman.
thinking.
God,
What's up with
bend
those
the
knees, though?
knees. What are you
Jesus.
doing?
That is wrong.
Nice cotton wool. Nice cotton wool.
Yeah, very good. But I like the head sculpt. This is that recovery suit, kind of that more modern version, the solar suit.
Very nice.
S belt. Very
Next
dope.
up
Very
is
dope.
Zod.
Yeah, this is the big one right here.
Kind of looks like Nick Cage.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
man,
he
that
does.
looks like Nick Cage.
He does.
This is the first wave with no Batman.
So far.
Yeah,
Is this
so
the whole
far.
wave? We don't know.
Is this the whole? Oh, I thought this was the whole wave already.
Maybe it is 4 figures. Do they?
It looks
do they
like
do
it
4
looks
or
like
6?
Nick Cage, but he got a haircut after Con Air.
Yeah.
Yo, have you seen the trailer for that new Nick Cage movie?
Oh my god, that looks so terrible.
No, it looks
But in a
amazing.
good
What are you
way.
talking about?
It looks terrible in a good way. They're like all in on it, and it's so ridiculous.
What's the best Nick Cage movie?
It's probably about to be this new one. It's called the what is it, like the unbearable weight of tremendous talent or something?
It's literally a movie about him.
Maybe Face Off. Face Off. He's
Yeah.
I think Face Off is like peak Nick
Face
Cage
Off,
insanity.
Probably the best one.
Gone in
It's either
60
it's either Face
seconds.
Off
Like,
or Con Air.
Con Air is
Con Air.
good.
Con
Gotta
Air
be
is
up
so
there.
good, man.
Yo,
I don't know, man.
I
I got a soft spot for Ghost Rider.
was about to say Ghost Rider 2. That's Nick Cage
Yeah.
turned up to 11. That's
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
crazy.
Ghost Rider 2 is that Spirit of Vengeance.
That is a
oh.
crazy movie.
There has to be like a timeline, like a breakdown of when he starts to lose it somewhere. There has to be like, oh, this is when Nick Cage started to just go insane.
Oh, Wicker Man has got to be up there too. That's one of my favorites.
Wicker Man is good. Yeah.
I liked that movie, you know, like as the story of the movie, and then it wasn't until the Nick Cage meme that you go back and watch it and you're like, oh, this dude seems like so out of place in an otherwise like pretty grounded like cop thriller. Or whatever. Like, thriller. He is like unhinged. No one like he kind of gets it coming at the end, but
They really
Trevor
took
had
the
a
turn when he
suggestion,
punched that
too.
lady.
Oh yeah, he just socks an old woman in the face. Awesome.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
What?
punches some old lady in a cottage. It's great.
Yeah, you gotta watch The Wicker Man. Boog.
Oh, no.
Leaving Las Vegas is another classic. What's the one where he plays the weatherman?
City Angels, isn't it? No, that's That's
Hey.
Weatherman.
How about that movie with him and Elijah Wood? That was like a Netflix movie. You remember that?
Whoa, not at all.
Oh, vaguely.
I didn't see that? Oh, shit. What's the name of that? Somebody in the chat. Come on. I
forgot.
They're both playing characters that seem a little, well, at least Elijah Wood is, that seem different for them. It's an interesting movie. I don't want to give it away if you guys haven't seen it. But
Rick Jones is saying Moonstruck. Is that the one where he's a vampire and he like wears the big sunglasses the whole movie? That's a fun movie.
Nah. This one that I'm talking about, he is...
No, I'm saying Moonstruck is the vampire one.
Oh, no. Yeah, this movie, he and Elijah Wood are both, they work with the Las Vegas Police Department, I believe, in some type of way. It's like a crime heist sort of movie. Very
Okay.
God,
What about what about The Rock with Sean Connery?
I'm going through his IMDb right now, and if you guys could see these movies that he's been in the past just 5 years, like I can't comprehend how or why he's doing this.
The movie with Elijah Wood is called The Trust. Check that
The
out.
Trust.
Yeah, I'm looking up his filmograph right now. Let's see what he's. Oh, what about Bangkok Dangerous? That's a great one.
Oh shit, that one is good. Holy
Man, how
fuck, I
come none
forgot
of
that
us
movie
ever-
existed.
Why isn't any of us mentioning the fact that his greatest role was just a few years ago, Spider-Man Noir?
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
That is very true. Oh shit, that is
man.
100%
Oh,
true.
Kick-Ass. I forgot he was in Kick-Ass too.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
God
Wow.
damn.
What a career this man has had.
Right. Fucking living legend
Yeah.
over there.
God, what is the one? Oh, Vampire's Kiss. That's the one where he's a vampire, obviously.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
This figure looks ridiculous, though. Yes. All right. What else we got?
That's it for McFarlane. Yeah, this Zod looks cool. I guess it's from a more modern look, but looks dope. What else do we got? There was some SHF news. Am I correct?
Yes.
Pancho.
Yes. There's a Jump Fiesta or Jump Festa that's like the yearly Shonen Jump like big like reveal all. It's just like a whole media thing for everything they have planned for the next year. Figures is just lumped in with it, and rightfully so. So the big news is that they showed off more of the Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta, and then we got, and then they revealed Gohan as well.
Oh, okay. That was a reveal.
There he is.
And people are like super excited, super thrilled. They like tweaked Gohan's design a little bit. Like his hair is like longer, more akin to like how he looked at the end of Cell Saga, but he's just like aged up. So like then like the new trailer came out, like a new trailer for this movie came out, so he's like going Super Saiyan in here. So it's very nostalgic for like Super Saiyan 2, like Cell Saga era Gohan. So a lot of people are really enjoying it. Plus like he just looks, it's a really good looking figure too.
This Gohan was a flip flop though, because it was shown and everybody was so excited, everybody was loving it. Him and his big feet. Shout out to Piccolo.
It looks like he's got his
daddy's feet.
He's got his daddy's sort of get up and feet. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's wearing Papa robes, and then everybody online bashed it like the next day because that clip came out, and they were like, "Oh, well, why doesn't he come with the cape and the glasses?" And it was like, you can never make fans happy, man. But you know what? That's how Bandai makes their money, baby.
They'll be okay. You know what it's gonna be? A Piccolo is gonna come out, and then the cape will be interchangeable with Gohan. It'll come with a head sculpt with glasses for Gohan.
Oh boy, here we go.
The same thing they did with Android 18 and Krillin. I promise you.
Brain, brother.
Galaxy brain moment right there.
Yeah, I love the fact that they gave him the big feet. They could have easily have gone small feet, but they went full Piccolo on.
I like that it's a different color too between the two. Look at that.
I like it.
Did you?
I don't love the feet, but it's a good looking figure overall. I didn't realize they released another trailer though. I got to go back and check that out. Pete.
Did anyone get them on Ami Ami?
No, I got Goku when he went back up. I think last night, but I was asleep, dog.
Yeah, well, you know what, Poncho? You're lucky because people were pissed because Ami Ami was like bugging. When the drop time came, when the drop time came, a lot of people, including myself, would get a screen that just kept saying on sale soon. It would never say that they were in stock.
Oofsies.
But I saw a bunch of people checking them out and like buying them. And so by the time that Ami Ami stopped tweaking on me, all I got was Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta. There was no Gohan left. It played me like a fiddle.
Oh,
sorry, big boy.
I didn't know. I didn't pre-order any of these things. I guess I'll just I'll sit tight. I'll see. What happens.
They're all regular releases.
Okay.
I would not be surprised if these end up at Target because their price is
Yeah.
so low.
I wouldn't be surprised either
Really?
if every single one of these
Okay.
were at Target.
Yeah, their price is really low.
The most expensive one is Piccolo, but he's $35.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the prices, I was like, "Oh yeah, these are going to be at Target."
All right.
And there's
I mean,
this
I
guy,
don't know
right?
about the Superboys, but
Yeah, and that's really it. They showed off new images of like armored Krillin and Gohan. But everything else is basically old news. Last night they did put a teaser up that the next figure is Android 21, but in like her human lab coat form. So we have Android 21 in like her Boo form, but now we're getting her in like her human lab coat form because she's the next character in the game.
Ah, okay.
So that's pretty cool. I really hope that that's not part. So like last year they said that they would be doing a couple of characters from Fighter Z, and Kefla was one of them from Fighter Z. And I really hope that this Android 21 is not taking up a slot for that, because if they're giving us an Android 21 where we could have gotten a Janemba or something, I'd be upset. I wouldn't do anything drastic, but I'd be upset.
Yeah, like how we have 2 Android 21s before we get a Janemba. Come on, man.
That's it. But yeah, that's it.
Very cool.
Pretty great. I'm excited. Gohan looks great. Dro looks really great too. They all look good, man.
Is sick.
This line does not miss.
I just love the sculpt, man.
It's so good.
The sculpt is fucking fire.
Today was also the last day this morning to get Zarbon from P Bandai. So hope you got him. And that's that for SHO.
That's it for the rest of the topics, though, right?
I guess so.
Wow. Now we're going to get into the real meat and potatoes.
I guess the only thing I was gonna throw in was the NECA visual guides list. It's not really news, except for like a couple little new reveals.
Oh, shout out to my man Nick Fury. He mentioned another Nick Cage movie, Mom and Dad. You guys saw that before? I never saw that one.
Oh yeah, that's the one with like the parents go like nuts. They all try and kill their kids.
What the heck? I never seen this.
What? The Nick Cage movie?
Oh man, what the hell is wrong with none of us mentioning the fact that this beautiful human being stole the Declaration of Independence?
Oh my god, yeah.
What the hell? We should be fired. What's going on?
The only thing to mention here real quick is, we've seen the visual guides. They do this every year leading up to Christmas. So here's an updated one for like just the Turtles movie stuff. Every day they've been doing one, but
all those shredders.
The Ooze turtles are what?
So look at all those shredders. What a waste.
It's a lot of shredder right here. Look at these shredders.
I really still want those mutagen turtles. I want those so bad.
They were warming pegs for a while at Target, so maybe.
I never seen them.
We also got the rest of the Universal Monsters figures too, but first is the TMNT 2 Secret of the Ooze, just the 4 turtles. So they're re-releasing them again, it seems like, but with Secret of the Ooze packaging. So if you just want like the regular core turtles, now you can get them again.
So they're the same turtles though, right? Nothing is different?
There's new head sculpts, like they have different expressions.
Same turtles.
Same turtles.
They have different expressions. It's new head sculpts, and I think they do it looks like they have the fabric headbands.
Oh damn! When did this come out?
It's not out yet, so that's what I'm saying. Is they kind of sneak revealed it by throwing it in this visual guide.
That's bullshit. I'm not buying all these guys again.
Yeah, go ahead. And then
wait, these are the regular scale.
Yeah, these are the movie ones. Yeah, 7-inch ones.
Okay. Yeah.
The Ultimates, I think. Yeah, and then the rest of the TMNT Universal Monsters line, we've seen the Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. and then a glimpse of Leonardo as the Hunchback, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we also know that Michelangelo is coming as the Mummy, and April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein.
Wow, so fuck Donnie, huh?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Homie does computers and he can't catch a damn break, huh?
No, and Raphael is Mr. Steal Your Bride because he's the Frankenstein's monster, and
Sure.
April is his bride now, right?
Oh man.
And Casey Jones is somewhere punching the air.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Oh, you know what would be dope? You know, I hope somebody from NECA's listening to this because I'm giving you free fucking game. Do a Casey Jones, but make him the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a great one. Oh my god, with half a hockey mask.
That's fucking genius,
bro. Now you have to buy it if they make it.
Somebody play that clip of Steinbrenner from fucking Seinfeld. Hire this man.
Hire this man.
Oh my god, why did it take me to this page?
I will say, I hung out with High School Creations and 796 this weekend.
Oh, those guys.
And High School Creations had those Super 7 turtles, the cartoon turtles.
Nice.
Those figures are pretty cool.
He brought them along with him for your play date? He brought them with him for your play date?
Well, we went to his crib, so he had them.
Okay. All right, so they were all right.
They are nice, though, right?
They are nice. They're really nice. Big shout out to High School Creations because
was that your first time meeting up with them in person?
I've met up with Mike once before, but he came to my house to do a trade for some Detolfs.
You did tell me that, right?
But it was my first time meeting Mario. Mario's a super cool guy.
Yeah, for sure.
The two Panchos met. How was it?
Right. It was great. It was fun.
Did he do it?
He did do the stupid thing. It was great. He was kind of hesitant, but after he got a couple of beers in him, I guess he didn't give a shit anymore. And then
that's all it takes.
But Mike was like, yo, Mike is like the Enabler's version of Fabio with Mezco, because I was sitting there and just doing normal like Super 7 slander, like, hey man, this stuff's kind of expensive, like I'm not paying $50 for a rat. And Mike, like, he's like, hold on, wait a second, let me get these turtles. He's like, I don't see what the big deal is. Like, $55 for this, that's kind of a bargain, man. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is a great price, and these turtles are definitive. Let me tell you. It was so great.
Love him.
He's the best, man.
A kindred spirit.
Listen,
so
we all got our stuff that we stand up for like that.
Truly.
So yeah, before we actually get into the main event, let's talk Hawkeye.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
we gotta
yeah.
talk Hawkeye.
Yeah.
But it is also spoiler heavy because it's the two of them are kind of tied together in a weird way.
True. A little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let me get an image up and we'll do the spoiler warning and everything.
Next week is well, I guess this week is the last episode too.
Yeah.
This week, baby. It's up. It's game time. It's game over.
The pieces are in place.
They truly are.
Just like I said.
And it seems that I'm trying to make a chess joke, but I can't do that without spoiling the spoiler before
It's okay.
Before we
get into that, you guys want to talk about pickups and stuff real quick?
That's doable, yeah.
What did I buy?
This week? I don't know what I got.
Oh my god, I got so much stuff.
It's the holiday season, so like I'm mainly buying things for other people, but
Same.
I got in the holiday Gomez. I didn't buy that this week, but it came in.
I messed with Mike's, he got it. And it's really nice. Fuck. Kind of want it.
Spoiler alert. I loved it, but I was really upset. And I'm glad the people in the Mexico community agree with me. And I hope Fabio will too. That puffy jacket is bullshit. And it's made shittily. And it can't go on the character without like me being afraid that I'm gonna like fuck up the limb and like rip off, like I don't know, it sucks that it doesn't fit well. Yeah, man, it's really rough.
Yeah, you gotta force it. I was saying that on my stream because I unboxed it. I like had already opened it, but I was just like messing with it on my stream last week, and I was literally saying like, yeah, I cannot even get this puffy jacket on. Like, if you can even stretch it, wide enough to fit the sleeves in, you're still gonna be like bunching up the sweater the whole time. So
Yeah,
I
and
think it'll
you know,
be, I think it'll be
Wait,
better
hold
on
on.
like Cousin Eddie because he doesn't have sleeves underneath.
yeah, that
Hold
I've
on.
seen people put it
Explain
on.
this a little better. What's the problem with it?
The puffy jacket is like really hard to fit on this Gomez.
I see.
And you know,
Because it's small, meaning that it should be bigger because it's got to fit over other clothing. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah, the lining's like really tight inside.
and you know
Uh,
the problem isn't just Gomez either. I took an SH Figure Arts and I tried to like put the jacket on him,
Mm,
and it still didn't fit either. And he was much smaller than Gomez was. He had much thinner arms, and it's just like something with the lining,
yeah.
just isn't right. And it's just it doesn't allow for good flow. It's like the fabric itself like bunches really hard on whatever it like rubs up against.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know, it just didn't work, and I was upset. But everything else I loved.
One
Like
trick I've
Cousin
seen
Eddie.
online is I've seen people put like Sharpies into the sleeves and just leave them there for a little bit to like stretch it.
Oh yeah, I'm so down to do that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
it's fabric at all. It can stretch. Yeah, I'm totally down to do that because I mean, literally, I try to put it on smaller figures and like unless the figure's tiny, it just doesn't fit on anything that I put it on. So
No, yeah,
I
you gotta
might as
like
well,
stretch it out for
yeah,
sure.
I might as well try to stretch it. Thanks for telling me. I'm definitely gonna do
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna save mine for like Cousin Eddie or something for like a year round outfit, but yeah, I was just the second I tried, I'm like, oh, there's no way these sleeves are gonna fit over this sweater.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
ended up going
damn
with the
man.
apron look on mine.
which
Yeah.
which figure had the orange bubble vest or sleeveless
The
vest?
regular
Vapor.
Vapor.
The regular Vapor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have been putting this on Vapor because Vapor's small. That's
Mm.
why I said like this really only fits on really small characters because of the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Or
seen.
characters that don't have sleeves already, like a
Yeah,
second
yeah,
layer.
exactly.
I saw somebody in the A.C.B.A group put the vest on Popeye and like a kind of woodland area, kind of like lumberjack type situation. It looked really good.
That's
Oh,
cool,
nice.
yeah.
Kind of
Take
life
that flannel
preserver.
from the Dawn of the Dead zombie, yeah. With
Yeah,
the trapper hat.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Happy Pappy.
I think you were saying about is that the last of your haul, Rick?
Yeah. I don't think I got anything else worthy of note. Oh yeah, I finally bought those SHF Jujutsu Kaisen figures.
Oh, what, you like them?
Oh yeah, they're fucking awesome. They're so great.
I think they're
So
really
good.
nice. I have not seen the show while paying attention, but I like the figures.
Oh man, yeah, the figures are awesome. I pre-ordered them initially, but I've said this story many times, but I got my Ami account canceled,
Incredible.
and I had to wait until this re-release to get them at a decent price. And yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I bought anything else. Yeah.
I got the Batman and Robin 2-pack.
Oh yeah,
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 man, it's great.
I saw your picture in plastic and paint.
It's
Fun,
great.
huh?
It's so good.
I realized that you didn't have the other version, so this is your first time messing around with that Batman.
Yeah, I passed up 3 different versions of that because I I knew that I was just hoping that this one would be good.
Yeah, that's honestly one of Mafex's best figures across any brand, across
God.
anything. You know what I mean? It's
That Robin is good too, or the Carrie Kelly Robin. It's very nice. Like I think like I'm like like the meme is like Mafex has like pretty bad QC, but like I'm pretty confident in the tech behind this Robin to where like I'm not like treating her like a Fabergé egg or something. So
no, that's
Yeah,
good.
like they really did step it up, man. Like I swear I bring up this figure more than I bring up any other figure, but I swear to God that when I got that Catwoman in, it feels very sturdy, even though it's like a thinner, feminine
Mhm.
body. It doesn't feel fragile or anything like that.
yeah, I think at this point like we're just waiting for somebody to do like a custom like Dick Grayson head, just slap it on that Carrie Kelly body.
So
And-
Dick Grayson
Basically.
would-
That's it.
Was I was going to tell you too? This is only our like maybe second time that I can remember getting a Carrie Kelly Robin from any of the like major lines, right? We got one from McFarlane, right?
Yes.
There will be one coming from McFarlane.
Okay. Yeah, this is the
Okay.
first like import Carrie Kelly for sure. The
Sure,
first one like
sure.
worth anything.
Yeah, because Mezco never went back and did her.
No, not at all.
They're I mean like
I think Mattel did one when they did the
Yes.
DC Multiverse.
they do.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Mattel
You
did
know
one.
what? It was probably Mattel that I was thinking about from the earlier version, not McFarlane.
Okay.
And then there was like when they like there was like a stylized type of figure line that came out, and I think like Batman the Animated Series versions of that character came out too. I could be wrong. Or it was
That's
at least
right. No,
planned.
You're right. Yeah, I'm pretty
Did those
sure.
actually come out?
I don't know. Let's ask Brandon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I saw Brandon take a picture with those. I'm
Okay.
like
I was-
90% sure.
I wasn't sure if they were stopped in the DC Direct thing.
Of course, in that style, they were very unique sculpts. So
Yes.
not really much you could get out of it. But...
So I got that. My mom was in town this whole week, so I got collectively about $500 worth of groceries because she just wouldn't stop buying me food.
Nice.
That's
Just-
always nice. That's what moms are for, right
Absolutely.
there.
So that was pretty tight.
Tell her to come over to, you should tell her to come over to our house and go grocery shopping with us.
And then I got a gimbal for my phone.
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
I'm pretty excited about it. Like I've reached the point now where like what do you call it? Where trying to film stuff on my DSLR is just not worth it. Like my like for video stuff, because my DSLR is like a little older, it doesn't have like autofocus or anything. So trying to film like handheld stuff, filming myself for like posing in easy and stuff like that, it's just like kind of a hassle. I just have to set like the f-stop like crazy high and just like pray that I'm in focus when I move it around.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, if you have a more modern phone, it's
yeah.
so much more worth it to just go ahead and use it for video. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I have like a 13 Pro, so like,
Yeah.
why would I not use that? So hopefully
I
that
got
makes things a lot
the
easier.
footage for the intro is with my phone camera.
Oh shit, that's nice.
That was
Hell
some
yeah.
60 FPS footage I sent you there.
Wow, incredible.
Very nice.
Whether it's filming with his phone.
So great. I think that's it. That's all I got. I think I got the SHF Harley from new Suicide Squad. I got that
Hey.
with my Batman and Robin because it was in like
the
my
red and black suit.
Yeah, the live fast, die clown. Jesus.
Yeah. As we all say.
Please tell me that that's a joke.
It's on there, baby.
Oh my
I'd rather it said
God.
damaged on the back.
Yeah, honestly, in the grand scheme.
Oh, hey man, you got that head sculpt in today or yesterday or?
Oh, that was 796. We did a trade. I traded in my cat head sculpt for one of his like Rude Boy head sculpts. And then he brought like his fully painted one because he was going to do like a 1-day build while he was there too, and that was the figure he was going to use to shoot. But then it got like one of the horns got like damaged in transit. He's like, "This is broken," and I was like, "Oh, that's so terrible." And he goes, "You can have it." I was like, "Oh shit, this is great," because I don't know how to paint, so this is perfect. You can't even tell it's broken.
Pretty cool.
But that's it. Hawkeye. What's everybody's thoughts so far on Hawkeye?
I got hang on.
Real quick. Oh, you was about to say what you got?
I was.
Oh
yeah. Go ahead. I thought I was the last person. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault.
I mean, usually you know how it goes. I don't get like a lot of stuff forever, but with all the Mezco like pre-orders and the stuff that was due to be shipped out, initially, like immediately, is all kind of arriving at once. So I've just been getting a steady stream of stuff this past week, which is nice. Well, I got the holiday Gomez like you did, and then the advent calendar, which is like sold out as of like yesterday or today now. So I've been like slowly opening the advent calendar like one day at a time, just to kind of give myself a haul every day. That little dopamine.
This guy is really 8 years old.
Truly
again,
fiending.
Big
Aren't
fiend.
we all every day? But yeah. And then along with that, just like a few things sprinkled in. I got my Conan finally. My dude was holding on to it forever for me, and I finally got him, and he's.
What do you think? Figure of the year?
He's kind of the shit. He's kind of the figure of the year, like without question.
Wow.
There's just so much like to him. Like he kind of feels like a statue in terms of like, I don't know. You have to kind of like weirdly assemble him. Like you do the posing first, and then you lay him down, and then you like start attaching all the things to the hooks.
I get it.
And then, there's a lot of that going on. But
Yeah.
it's really cool the way you can like layer all the weapons on him. Like I got the knife right here. Plus I changed it to the chainmail skirt, which by itself, the
I
single.
was really confused about that sword piece. How to put the sword on the back at first.
Yeah, this is really confusing, but it's basically like a 2-chain hanging system.
Two chains.
Yeah, that's right. So it would look like, if he's got his sword like back here, this is where he would unsheath it from, That's just amazing. And then you can attach a hook to the back and put his axe in there. He's a barbarian. He's got to have an axe. He's got to be dual wielding those two-handers. But yeah, he is
double-fisted.
Pretty much. I'm all in the market for all kinds of other, fantasy characters. I got to go back and get some of those Mythic Legions trolls now. Damn it, I got to go back to my D-pins. And, initially I was thinking like, oh, they'll never get me with all those Mythic Legions. No, they kind of, I'm going to get me now. This is pretty sick.
Yeah, definitely going to be in my top 10 for the year. No doubt about it.
He's in the top 10 Mezcos for sure. Definitely top 5. I don't know. I mean, he might be number 1. Who knows? It's usually one of those like random ones that's a number 1. Like I remember Popeye was my number 1 last year. Popeye and Bluto, where it's not like, your typical kind of licensed thing. It's like a very stylized kind of thing, or a very like Mezco interpretive thing that ends up being the best.
That's what did it for me when Iron Giant was my number 1 in like 2019. 2018, something, 2020, whatever.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, very sick. I haven't tried the cloak, but the loincloth swap was a nightmare. So I don't think I'm gonna try to keep this one on him. I think that's it. I got this sweater for free with my points.
Whoa, yeah, that's right.
Plus they put up
I hope you got the beanie to match.
I got the beanie too with my points. Coming in.
That reminds me.
This guy's a fan. Look at this, people.
I'm looking for stuff to wear to cons, when those come
in real time. You're seeing this in real time, Fabio.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of real time, we can find out what's in the advent calendar altogether.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
We ain't got time for that, bro.
Let's add another hour.
Speaking,
I already know what's in it anyway.
Rick, I'm about to use all my points on Sideshow before they expire by the end of the year.
Dude, what are you gonna get?
I don't know. I might get some SHFs.
Dude, that's what dude, it's
you can do that. I feel
so stupid, Poncho, because I'm just looking at everything and I'm like, you want to buy Mafex on SHF?
Yeah, right. Like so I have like $170. Mind you, this is all free money. Like it's not like even rewards from buying stuff. It's just like random like coupon drops over the course of the year. So like I'm thinking like, do I buy like a Spider-Man hot toy? But like I might get like 2 SHFs or something crazy.
Yeah. I'm sitting at like, I think I'm sitting at 252.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'm like, fuck, man. I think I'm just gonna get a bunch of Mafex and SHF, dude.
You should. That's what I do.
It's just hard because like I look at it, I think I was like, okay, what can I get? Like a deluxe Mandalorian with Child, or do I just get a bunch of Figmas and Mafex, or I mean SHF and Mafex? Like it's rough. Did you see that new Saitama that they put up? Hilarious.
No, I did not. I saw the Goru is out. I might do the Goru.
Yeah, there's a new Saitama, and it is absolutely hilarious.
Oh
I highly recommend you check it out. And it's so funny. I almost ordered it just off the strength of being funny. Like, oh my god,
is it the karate one? What is it?
Karate one, dude, with the wig. Hilarious.
That's so funny. Okay, let's talk Hawkeye and then Spider-Man. So, how about the big
bad booty daddy.
Wait, Boog, did
We-
you
we-
already talk about your
we-
pickups yet or no?
Yeah, I didn't really get much. I got the advent calendar, the holiday Gomez, and the cousin Eddie, and I also got. I don't know. I feel like I got something else that I did not get to open yet. I don't know. Those were the two like major things, and I didn't even get to open either one of them yet. But I will. So I'm looking forward to opening those and just having some fun with those. I got a setup in mind, and I think that was it. That was it. I don't know what else I got. All right, Hawkeye, what's going on? We all saw it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, we all caught up, right? We saw all 5 episodes so far, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what y'all think?
Oh man, so good. I'm glad that it went this way. There's a couple people, including some people on this podcast, won't be named, that thought that we were gonna get Bishop's dad again. But nay, man, we got the big kingpin, man. Unreal, fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with it. I don't know. I heard different things that he may be slightly different or whatever. I don't know. I hope not. I hope they really are starting to make everything kind of canon and within the same universe as far as the MCU goes. I really like that a lot, and we'll talk about that a bit more too. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I thought I think I said this last time. I really like Hawkeye's character and demeanor and shit, and yeah, it's a pretty good payoff. I guess we will get the the final wrap up. I'm hearing that there's going to be some really big surprises in this final episode, so we'll see how that goes. How you guys feel about the choreography, the fight scenes and stuff like that, though?
I think they're
I think it's
okay.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
they're grounded. You know, they're very. I don't know. Not a lot of like flash to them, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm hoping. Oh, go ahead,
Especially
Rick.
compared to what we saw. And sorry.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say sometimes they do too much, and I'm glad that it's fairly grounded.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
that
It's more the trick arrow shots that are really impressive. You know, when he was
Yeah.
in that warehouse sequence, when he was freeing Kate Bishop and everything, or when they
Oh yeah,
escaped together.
we need more of that.
Yeah, there needs to be more pretense for them to just do crazy trick shots.
I think if there's like if any episode were to like have really great choreography, I hope it's this last one.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
If anything, it's
Go
been
all out with
mostly used to showcase Echo's, power set or her move set.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Blow the budget
it
on
ma-
this last
it-
episode for sure.
It,
Give us
it makes
everything.
a lot of sense because she's getting her own show.
Again, why?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
see,
again, why? I don't
see-
know why, but
Well, yeah,
Listen,
that's how it is. That's how you introduce a new character. Is you put him head to head with an established character, and that way you can see, whoa, they can kick that character's ass. They're a real badass,
Yeah, I don't see that her performance was so great that she needs a solo show, even though I'm sure this was already in the works and already worked out before we saw how her performance would be. But we progressive here, and I'm not against women in the
Right.
light and all of that stuff. I just don't see her carrying a solo
It's-
show.
I'm with
know?
you. I think more what I'll say is that I just want to see what like the spin is to it. Like what's the gimmick exactly to the show? Because the character as we've seen it so far is like, okay, cool, as far as a supporting character, but what's gonna be like the hook, for her having the show?
Yeah, that's it for me. Like, nothing is wrong with like her performance or anything. It's just like her character, like the character. What does that offer to me for a whole show?
Maybe it's a villain show, and they'll do what kind of like how they did it in the comics. Apparently, from all the the Easter egg videos that I've seen, where Kingpin is very tied into her training and her origin and stuff. So maybe it'll be Echo will be like almost like the Kingpin show,
Interesting.
kind of
take down
a villain
take down
point
the
of view show,
Kingpin
kind of like
show.
Loki was.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
I feel like they-
definitely feels like it's being set up that way because of you know, her confronting her homie. I don't know his fucking name.
Yeah, and
But like,
and the
it definitely
connection.
feels like that's gonna be what her show's about, like her bringing down the Kingpin and the organization or something.
Is it
Mm,
her bringing him down, or is it her getting trained by him? You know, it remains to be seen.
maybe it'll
He
be
already was trained by her.
maybe it'll be a cameo, like, robust kind of show,
Sure.
and we'll see some really cool pair ups because traditionally, yes, she is connected to Kingpin, but she also has a very unique connection with Daredevil in the comics as well. And I think I talked about this last week too, but she had come in contact with the New Avengers some years ago when Bendis was writing New Avengers. She was running around in that Ronin costume before Hawkeye and the comic books too. So I don't know. We could see some really cool um, guest appearances and maybe some really big reveal at the end of her show too. But how are they going to keep everybody engaged throughout, though? I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. The action better be like fucking top notch.
And then I
Better.
mean, there is that other, not to be funny or I don't know, not sympathetic to a disability, but the actual Echo from the comic books did not have wasn't missing a limb, wasn't missing a leg. She was deaf, but I feel like that might be a slight obstacle as far as her, like, you know making those fight scenes look very authentic and stuff. I'm just keeping it funky. Again, I'm not saying anything against anybody with disabilities, but it is what it is. It's called a
I think
disability.
that was just they basically changed that for the character because the real actress has that.
Right, exactly. So,
So it's kind of like how in the Titans TV show they made it where Barbara Gordon is still in the wheelchair, but the actress herself is like a leg amputee, so she only has one leg. So they made it so that instead of Barbara being in the wheelchair because she was shot in the spine, it's because of that.
okay.
Yeah. Also makes the story much more gruesome. Like, oh, fucking Joker cut off her fucking leg.
Hmm.
I don't remember
Is
if
that
that's what it was. It was something like that though. I don't think Joker was tied in. Yeah, Titans is weird.
Yeah, we don't know how she ended up there really, but
Yeah, I don't quite remember. I think they're still exploring that. They're trying to
Yeah.
figure it out too.
all right? So yeah, Hawkeye's season finale is I guess is this coming Wednesday. It's still going to run, even though this is the Christmas week. I guess it will. It's Wednesday,
Yeah.
right? It's not
oh yeah,
Christmas.
it's purposeful. It's like
Yeah.
I think it's like supposed
Right.
to
Yeah.
align with
It's
Christmas.
supposed to line up because in the show
Yeah.
he's actually trying to make it home before Christmas, right?
Exactly. On some Jonathan Taylor Thomas shit, man.
All right, so yeah, I guess we all in agreement that Hawkeye's pretty good. I feel the choreography could just be a tad bit better, but it's good for a Disney show. It's not, in-game level. I wouldn't really expect that. It's pretty decent though.
I
yeah,
think
I
at this
was gonna-
point,
I wanted to ask you guys. Oh, what were you saying, Pancho?
I was gonna make a joke. I was gonna say at this point, like if I expect really not a lot from these TV shows because like if they couldn't get the choreography right for Iron Fist, then they can't get it right for anything.
Because the choreography. I think it was the actor who was just terrible at learning choreography.
True. Very true.
Didn't we report on it that there was some report that he didn't even want to like train and shit, and he wasn't like working out and like he was just.
Just the biggest franchise in the world has him
Right.
casted as a
It's just
character.
fucking Disney money. That's nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did you guys think of Yelena? Because
Oh,
David
that was a
Walton,
great scene.
David Walton previously did not like that actress, was not a big fan of her, and after the episode, he like messaged the chat and he was like, "Hey man, I really like Yelena now." And I was like, there you go, man.
I guess she did a better job at selling that accent, and I did like her like little witty like banter and sarcastic.
She's just like so like weirdly cute. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I also
She's like,
like
it's my
that.
first time in New York. Like she's all quirky. I don't know. I know
I,
she's
I
being
I
like ironic or whatever, but it's funny.
I like that she wasn't stereotypical. Like she could have easily have been unreasonable. But
Yeah.
like when Kate Bishop explains the situation, she's just like, "All right, man," and then just fucking leaves. She doesn't like I mean obviously she's in the conversation itself she seems like she's stubborn, but like she's not chasing them anymore, so obviously she's not unreasonable.
hmm
You know, like she could
She's
have
not trying to
easily
get
have been
played
like,
either, you know?
yeah, exactly. Like she could have easily have been like, well, the people that hired me told me this, so they have to be true. Fuck you, like or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
could
last
have
thing I'll
easily been done
say,
wrong.
is I really like how these Marvel shows are being used as like a cat like the driving force for showing us like how other like point of views of like blip activities. So
Yeah.
like how in
Oh, yeah,
WandaVision it showed like
Yeah.
the whole sequence in the hospital and stuff, and then now they're showing us how from the point of view of people that came back, like what was it like, and that whole like
Yeah.
it
The
was
bathroom scene,
interesting. I thought it was really interesting how like when they came back, they still saw how it used to be, but then it fades into like the new thing, almost like it's
Yeah.
it goes like forward in time. It's not just like instantaneously they wake up somewhere. Like it showed like the paint peeling and all that shit,
Yeah.
which is pretty tight.
It's like the world itself also like blips, you know, not just them blipping into the world, but like from their point of view, like the world itself is like blipping, you know.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That was a dope ass scene. Yep.
I really like that scene. I was like, man, this is really cool. And that's that.
Yeah, very good, very
Yeah,
good.
shout out to Hawkeye. We'll
Love
be
it.
back next week.
Can't get enough.
Yep. So I guess we're gonna talk Spider-Man spoilers.
Obviously, we talked about the Kingpin and everything in Daredevil, and it's getting into Spider-Man. It's crazy that the overall point that I want to make is that it's crazy that Marvel is like doing what they were doing again a few years ago, like when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was first airing, and the whole TV relating to the movie universe thing was like still brand new. And like the week that the Marvel movie would premiere, the next week Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would like reflect that. And now this week, in the same week that Hawkeye shows the Kingpin or reveals the Kingpin as the villain, then we get Matt Murdock and Spider-Man. I mean, we're doing the spoilers, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think you are, bro.
We just gotta put up. We should just put up an image for Spider-Man at least.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Before we actually get into the specifics of the movie, let's lay out our movie-going experience. How did each get tickets, and where'd you see it, and what was your theater like? What was the COVID restrictions, all that type of shit?
Oh baby, my theater experience was fantastic. I played it smart. I didn't give a fuck. I bought the seat next to me and my brother. And I was like, yeah, I don't want nobody sitting next to me. And yeah, it was dope. I had like the best crowd probably I've ever been in a movie with. They fucking loved everything to death, like in a good way. Like it was hyping up everybody in the theater. Like when Matt Murdock showed up, everyone knew who he was. I felt really bad. My sister came back from her movie experience, which was on Friday. It wasn't on Thursday like mine was, and she was like, "Yeah, nobody said anything when he popped up." She's like, "They were like, whoa,' when he caught the brick, but they didn't care that he was there." And I was like, "Damn, that really sucks." Because my theater was like hyped as shit. You'd swear that Barack Obama came on the fucking screen. Like they lost their damn minds. I was like, for everything, the reactions were incredible. Yeah, it was a really good experience.
That's interesting because mine was like polar opposite in terms of crowd reaction. Like I feel like I was the only one like reacting to it. Not
Rough.
like I wasn't like ridiculous about it, but I was like noticing a lot of shit and like really picking up on a lot of stuff. And I felt like there was people sitting to my right that were reacting to everything too. I felt like we was the only people in the theater though, and my theater wasn't like super packed. I guess it was full, but like not really. It was directly after work too, so I guess a lot of people didn't have that particular, the luxury of going at that time. So it wasn't like super packed, but there wasn't really much crowd reaction in my theater, honestly.
Oh damn.
Mine was all right. I also went right after work. I was in like East LA working at the college from that movie with Edward James Olmos, where he's teaching all like the hood kids. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Wait, Stand and Deliver?
Stand and Deliver, dude. Fantastic movie. I'm there like working at this college in like one of the classrooms, like next to his classroom, like his real classroom, and it's like labeled and everything. And I took a picture of it, and I'm talking to everybody around me like, "Yo, have you guys seen Stand and Deliver? Have you seen Stand and Deliver?" Nobody had seen this movie. I was the only one excited about being there.
Yeah, man. That's
So
that Latino shit.
I
Only
know,
Latinos love
seriously.
it.
How can I reach these kids?
How can I reach these kids?
So I was there, and it was just like a really short day. We showed up after lunch, and it was super easy. And then it was in the middle of rush hour when I got out, so I was like, oh, maybe I can find a theater kind of nearby and avoid rush hour and kill time watching the movie. And as soon as I got there, they were already sold out. So I ended up having to sit in traffic anyway, but I made it back like home with like 20 minutes to chill and change for a quick second, and then made it into the last. I don't think it was the last seat in the whole showing. I like bought it online while stuck in traffic. But you know how you can like do the reserved seating? Mine was, it was the only seat not in that front section right in front of the screen.
Yeah.
It was like far right on the aisle, like right behind the handicap kind of like row. So I had my feet up. So it was comfortable, but I was still at that weird like corner angle with just like a couple next to me, like a young couple. It's clearly just the dude is excited and the girlfriend is there to support,
just tagging along and shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
him, because he was catching on to everything, and I could catch the occasional whisper over like, oh, that's Matt Murdock.
Yeah. So wait, you were by yourself though, right?
Yeah, I went and saw it by myself.
Rick, you was with your little brother, you said?
Yeah, I was with my brother. He's he's 15. You know what's funny is that my other brother was there, but he wasn't sitting with us because he bought his tickets later.
Oh wow.
He sat in another row with our cousin, and we just weren't sitting together though, so we didn't have like any like back and forth or anything like that. But yeah, I was with my little brother, and I was with his best friend, and my theater was like the best theater I could have asked for.
Yeah, I missed that throughout COVID, going to a geeky movie and everybody geeking out together and stuff like that. I don't know.
Even I was reacting. I was doing everything. Like I was having a good time. I think I don't mind going to a movie by myself because at the end of the day, I just wanted to like see it. I just needed to like make it as convenient for myself as possible. And if it was, I think it was like 8:30 or like 8:15 or something on Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw it at 4:00 on Wednesday or Thursday. And I was by myself too. Shout out to E. Rivera. I talked about this on like a daily like vlog or whatever, but he had put me onto the T-Mobile Tuesdays, and the past week's deal was a $4 movie ticket or whatever. So I actually got to see it for $4.
Oh shit!
And so I went by myself because again it was right after work. I actually left work early and left my bag and laptop and everything and just came back to work afterwards to pick up my shit, basically. But yeah, it was cool. It was this sort of like luxury theater downtown in like the Chelsea area of Manhattan. So they had like beer and wine and had like the little like recliner seats, and like you had a like little like table where you could like put your food and your refreshments and shit like that. But I didn't partake in any of that. I did.
Damn, you didn't get a T-bone steak?
No, I didn't have a T-bone steak. I did have a little 10 milligrams or something like that. I had a little edible before, like 20 minutes before I went in, and so it was a very great experience. There was
I had an IPA with mine, a Stone IPA, very nice.
But what was I gonna say? What was are they doing COVID restriction stuff in LA? You gotta be vaccinated.
Yeah, I had to show my vaccine card and my ID.
Okay.
Yeah, there was nothing at my
like
theater.
a fascist state.
Really?
Nothing for me.
It wasn't even like security people. It was just like like volunteers, like people just being like, "Hey, do you mind just showing us?" You know.
I do mind. Let me in.
You know what? I do mind.
Get out of the way.
I guess I should have been more righteously indignant about it. Now that I
You
think
should have
about
been.
it. Damn it! That could have been a really good moment to really spread my platform.
It's your body, your choice.
Poncho, how was your screening?
It was fantastic. Charleston, this I go to the only IMAX theater in Charleston. Luckily, I've been very fortunate enough to always live like within like 10 minutes of this theater. And like this is like the theater that all the like dorky dudes go to. So like every Marvel movie I've been to has been like pretty much like the perfect experience for in terms of like crowd pop-offs and everything. I will say when the MCU like first started and when we watched Avengers, I hated that shit because nobody would shut the fuck up. Everybody was like cheering and like clapping way too long, so you heard none of the dialogue after any of those pop-offs happened. But as the years went by, I think like collectively Charleston has like understood to like pop off for a second and then just like simmer down. But
you know what? I feel like the movies, not to cut you up, but I feel like the time and the pacing of the movies have lent to like, you know, audience reaction and shit like that too.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
I'll never forget that like when when Hulk's smashed around Loki, like he said puny god so fast after he did that. Like I saw that movie like 3 times in theaters. I never once heard him say that in the theater.
Right.
I was like, what does he say?
I don't know if I had that issue. I think people were pretty like respectful. I mean, mine's kind of a weird theater. It was a pretty good mix of people. Still like a young crowd more than anything. Like a lot of people my age, I guess. But I think they were very, very cognizant to like clap when appropriate, but then shut the fuck up when the next line came. You know.
Yeah,
sure.
You know what? One last thing I wanted to mention about mine that was insane was that all my crowd was young, except for one old man who could barely fucking walk, who was there by himself. I was like,
player number 001.
Grandpa's here by himself. Like, he must fucking love Spider-Man. Whoa, shit.
Yeah. I mean, he must have been a lifelong fan. That's going to be every last one of us.
Absolutely.
I also never heard him say puny god in the theater either. That was all at home.
I heard it, but I didn't understand it. I need that subtitles, you know.
But
all right, so everybody had a pretty positive ticket purchasing situation and movie throughout, huh?
Yeah, it's hard for me to talk about the actual like reactions, you know, without the spoilers and everything. But we'll talk about the movie.
All right, let's give it everybody give it a grading before we go in and talk about the details and things that we saw and all of that stuff. What was your grade after your first viewing? We've all only seen it once so far, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it in theaters once, but I've been watching like the screener like nonstop.
Yeah, you gotta send me that link because I want to go back and watch a few things. Just because like things move so fast sometimes in these action sequences that when the DVD release or like the streaming release hits, like officially, usually I end up going back and just like watching those big sequences, like just absorb.
I'd like to see that too. So hit me with that link.
Yeah,
but
I want to see that final battle again because there's a lot of stuff going on, and but overall, I mean, it's an A movie, honestly. Like it's got everything. I can't lie and say that the nostalgia grab didn't get me. Of course it did. I popped it at every meme line redone for this movie. I popped it at every appearance, and I don't know. I mean, I was watching it like a wrestling show where like I knew where I needed to cheer and everything.
Give me a score out of 10.
Out of 10, I mean, if it's an A movie,
it's an A.
You know, 9 out of 10, 9.3. I'll go 9.3.
All right. B?
I would say about as close as you can get to 10, but not 10. I will say that towards maybe the middle, the pacing kind of slowed down
Yeah.
Especially when he was like helping everybody. I felt like they could have used some like tighter editing to where it didn't feel so stretched out. But like that part, like just because of who was on screen and all the interactions between the characters, that's what kept it like high, like that's what kept me focused on the screen. Otherwise, if it was just other people, if this like sequence was happening in any other movie, I would have been checked out immediately. But
yeah, for sure. 1,000%, 1,000%. All right, so very close to 10. I gave it I did a little mini 1 minute review, non-spoiler review. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It can't quite be a 10 for me based on some of the same things that P just mentioned. I thought some of those like second act or mid movie scenes were a little too drawn out. Actually, I thought some of the emotional stuff took a little too much time. I don't know. I mean, they were giving us time to go through that, and like we needed that, I guess. But I don't know. Some of those bits lost me a little bit.
which one
Yeah, I can
specifically?
see that.
Let's talk. We're in spoiler territory
what
now.
little bits are you
Well,
talking?
let me hear Rick's grade first. What you got, Rick?
Oh, you guys aren't gonna like my grade. I'm just going balls deep. I'm going straight 10.
Hell yeah.
Just because here's the thing. To me, Spider-Verse was a 10,
Yeah.
and in my eyes, this is on the same level. I'm just
Yeah.
giving it a 10.
Yeah, it's just live action. Just live action. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just giving it that 10. I just think that like I don't know, even Endgame never gave me like the emotional highs I got from it. Very
Yeah.
close though. Endgame was
Endgame
very
is-
close to the highs I got from this. But it's just not the same because the Endgame didn't give me that level of nostalgia that this
Mhm.
Yeah.
film gave me.
This
It
the
felt at
nostalgia
times,
on this one was
yeah,
unprecedented.
it felt
Endgame is
at times like I traveled back to 2002,
Mm.
and yeah, it was just it's just so incredible,
Yeah,
unreal.
it was definitely unreal and surreal. It's what a time to be alive if you are all about our age and you actually got through and saw all of the other movies in real time and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have to go back this past week to see it, even though you probably did go back and watch some of the older movies or whatever. But like you've experienced every era of cinematic Spider-Man in real time and shit. Like that's pretty amazing to be up to this point right now and see all of that shit come full circle. But what specific point got me was the like everybody crying scene. Like I don't know, it was a little bit on the nose. It was a little bit too much for me. Like you know what I mean? It was great acting. Don't get me wrong. It was really good acting. But it
On
seemed
the
like,
roof?
yes.
Okay.
It was a couple of times. I don't know. Garfield's a great actor and shit, right? But yeah, I don't know. Some of the emotional shit was like weird. It was weird. I didn't feel good about some of it. It was just,
I liked all of them sharing, their kind of trauma or whatever with Tom Holland, Spidey, and kind of not even softening the blow, but kind of showing them that like this is Spider-Man, man. This is what it all took for us to be Spider-Man. So
right.
I think more than anything, the movie did a good job of giving him that call to action for sure, because this is the lowest we've seen this particular Spider-Man.
No doubt.
And
But
it ends with him even lower than ever.
we kind of jumped all the way ahead though. Like what did you guys appreciate about the pacing and stuff overall, and some of the things we saw before that sort of like final climactic battle? Or some things that really stood out to you?
Yeah, the pacing was a little, frenetic, especially towards the end when there's just so much to do. Like during the sequence when they're, in the apartment trying to cure all the villains, I felt like it kind of jumped a little too much from moment to moment, but then it like really locked in to like what I think was one of the best scenes in the whole movie was when the spider sense is going off because he doesn't know what it is, and there's just that hard camera from the front.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Moving from the front, that was super good tension, and then Willem Dafoe just like monologuing as the Goblin was that was the scene of the movie. And just the
Great
Goblin in
monologue.
general. This whole movie was
Every part that Willem Dafoe was in was just phenomenal, bro. It was. I feel like he stole the show. At least the villain that stole the show. Like you know what I mean? Like
I mean, he's the villain that of all the Spider-Mans, all three of them, and especially this one. It's the one that can go toe to toe with the Spider-Man the most.
Right. Yep.
Their fights were brutal.
Brutal. Loved it. Loved all of the Goblin fight scenes. I loved the fucking lighting on the Goblin fight scenes. I loved everything about those fight scenes because I see a lot of like A.C.B.A. coming out of all like so many scenes in this fucking movie. It's gonna be nuts. Like you know what I mean? Like I see people going through such great lengths and really like getting that crazy toy photographer eye to like recreate a lot of this stuff, and I'm really excited about that. But the Goblin bits did it for me, man. That was like some of the best points in the movie to me. But I thought the pacing at the beginning was really good. How they like jump right in, but brought you back up to speed with everything, and then how it moved up until Strange up until I don't know. I guess they started capturing the first villains or whatever. I thought that was well done. Like I said in my recap, I thought there was some portions that were just a little corny. Maybe some things were a little cheesy, but overall, the entire movie to me was like something straight out of a comic book. It was so good in that regard. Like it was like a very good comic book. Well, some portions are going to be slower. Some portions maybe seem a little cheesy or whatever, but the overall story, how it was written, how it was presented was just great and just something that you could kind of like engulf yourself in and really just like go into that world. I think they did a really good job of that and giving us our best sort of on-screen Spider-Man experience to date, I think,
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, what else? What else? What else did y'all see that like stuck out, like Easter eggs?
That Murdoch scene was amazing.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The really good lawyer scene.
Yeah, we got Matt Murdock as canon in the MCU now, Daredevil, and he kind of showed off his stuff a little bit there.
For sure.
That was a dope way to do it without like obviously him putting on a fucking suit.
Yeah.
Right.
It was just so well done. Unreal.
Very good there. I'm trying to think of other Easter eggs that was that I remember.
I mean, it's so much. Like Jesus,
it's so much to take in. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely impossible for you to catch everything, see everything, appreciate everything, and walk you in. This is
as I was saying in the chat, and I think the moment that I thought was very important, and I thought that really spoke to me personally, authentic to my experience, was the Spidey showed up in the Filipino grandma's kitchen. Great. I know Pac Photos is in the chat talking about that. I think we had a super chat. Or
he did.
He was about it.
Okay. He said, "Shout out to Ned's Lola. She had 2 Spider-Man heroes in her living room. Asked one to get rid of cobwebs. Thank you, man." I will say, much like you, Fabio.
I feel like you're trying to steal my point here.
I will say, much like you, Fabio. I'm sure you can connect with this personally. Nothing was greater than being in the 1% of that theater who got to laugh at those jokes 2 seconds before the translations hit. I really felt connected to the film.
Oh, nice.
I feel like you're just trying to steal.
I'm better than everyone here.
What the fuck? You know what? That's funny. That thought did kind of cross my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm sure there's some people that's like know exactly what's going on. Right,
it was
now.
great.
Yeah.
I was of course, like I was popping off with the rest of everybody, like throughout the whole movie. But I just remember like laughing the first time she was talking about the cobwebs and that stuff. I remember I was laughing, and then as I was laughing, I was like kind of looking, and I was like, oh fuck, no one's laughing yet. Why? Like, is that not supposed to be funny? And then I was like, oh shit, nobody knows what the fuck she's saying.
I had a few of those like solo reactions because, like we were saying, like I think my theater, found the funny. Like they laughed a lot of at a lot of the trailer moments that people have already seen, but the jokes that we've seen in the trailers, but they still, played with those. But they didn't laugh at any of like the meme moments. I was the only one with an audible laugh when he said, "I'm something of a scientist myself" again.
Oh man, that's so shitty.
I feel
Right?
like I
Entire
was the only
theater
one in my
lost.
theater at those points too, at the me moments too.
Yeah.
Like,
And
like
then
That
I don't
at
entire
the
my
know.
end
entire
when
theater
Toby's
lost their mind
stretching
for it.
and he's just like, just my back is killing me. I was like, ah!
Yeah, my theater lost it for my back is killing me. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself, and they really my theater started to clap when Jamie Foxx said, "There's got to be a Black Spider-Man."
Yeah, my
Somewhere.
theater clapped
Oh
too.
yeah, that was another one.
My theater started clapping. They're like, "Oh my god, he said it!
That was
The guy is not
I
here."
just love the way that he played that because I showed you guys in the chat, but it reminded me of Terry Crews in White Chicks. Where he's
Yeah.
like, "You're not what?
Somebody
You're
get
telling
this
me you ain't black?"
Jigaboo
Like I
away
thought
from
that
me.
was so funny.
See, you guys missed another funny part before he even said there's got to be a black Spider-Man somewhere. It was funny how when he saw Garfield unmasked, he was like, "Oh damn, I thought you was black all of this time." Before he even said that, he's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, you live in Queens,
Yeah, you
like
help poor people.
You help poor people.
It was great.
Did somebody tell you this was an all-white party?
Somebody get this Jigaboo away from me.
Oh, that movie is classic. But anyway, I also liked when he was when that emotional moment where all the Peters are talking and he says that Harry, his best friend tried to kill him and then saved him or whatever, and then Ned's like, "Don't worry, I won't ever betray you and try to kill you."
Yeah, I would hate it if the
there was
MCU
there was
made
a lot
this
of
Ned
moments
like
with
comic
Ned
book
that
character.
was like, I don't know, that you should look at because you know that we talked about this, that the Ned leads in the comic book is Hobgoblin, right? I know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope they never do that in the MCU because this
Yeah,
is
no, I hope
too
they don't do
likely.
that with this Ned, but it was just a lot of like playing around with shit like that.
And then
Okay.
Trevor in the chat's reminding us, what about when all the Spider-Mans were pointing at each other in the lab,
They did it on
Oh yeah,
in the Statue of Liberty too. They pointed at each
Yeah.
other multiple times.
Yeah.
shout out to Ned having the Filipino magic.
True. You know what's interesting about that, Rick? You're the first person that has mentioned that. And all of these like Easter egg channels aren't mentioning it either because none of them are Filipino. Like it is a huge trope for Filipinos to like still be the last people on this planet that still believe in magic. And like witches and like all that shit still exist in like the Philippines. Like as a matter of fact, the island I grew up in, like Siquijor is like famously known for like a very like mystical island or some shit. So like as soon as Ned was saying like my Lola says I have magic in me, like the joke is like oh my like grandma says I'm special and I'm magical or shit. But like I was like, oh fuck, that makes perfect sense because like he's Filipino and like fucking magic people. Like it's fucking crazy.
I that Poncho very good.
Yeah, it's so funny because but believe it or not, man, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I used to always spend my summers in Mexico. And I swear to God, like my family just must be a very superstitious family. But one time, or maybe they were trying to make us go to sleep. But one time we were out there, but my cousins believed it too. I don't know. One time we were out there in Mexico, and my cousin was like, "Hey man, we gotta go inside." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh dude, this is the night where everybody's saying that witch is gonna fly over."
So great.
And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah man, you guys don't have witches?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Yeah man, over here, like every once in a while, one of those hoes will fly over, and we always know when she's coming." So, and I was like, "What the?" I'll never forget it as a kid. Like, all right, and he's like, "Yeah, we gotta go inside, man. The witch is gonna show up at some point." And I was like, "What the hell?"
Wow. What a story! What a story,
I
Brian.
think another
What a
one of my
story,
favorite
Mark.
moments was when they were in the mirror dimension and Spidey used math to defeat Doctor Strange. That was
Yeah.
Oh
badass.
man, that was so dope.
amazing.
Shout out Peter Parker for that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's so interesting because like they don't they don't really go out of their way to establish Peter as like a genius, like he's canonically like one of the like brightest minds in the entire universe.
He
But
just
like,
is. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
implied
no,
by his
like I
setting
said,
and
they
the
went out of
school.
their way to show that in this movie with
Yeah.
all of the members.
absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of the top 10 smartest people in the universe. So
He's dope.
he's super smart.
Yeah, I really like that whole part. Like, yeah, I could synthesize something real quick to get this real quick. Like, you know what I mean? Like within a few hours, they all had shit.
That
mapped
plus
out.
Boog, I think you missed it when he's in the mirror dimension with Strange and he uses math to figure it out and web him up.
Yeah. I heard you. I was like away, but listening. Yeah, I do remember that. That was great. Again, yeah, I love when they play it up that Peter is probably just as smart as Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
he's a very smart character in the comic books, and he is somewhat of a scientist himself.
Somewhat of a scientist himself.
What I really liked about like about them synthesizing that stuff super fast was like a lot of people like I've been following like conversations like across the internet for this like throughout, and like on Thursday like a lot of people were thinking that those were like kind of pseudo plot holes, like how could they do that stuff so fast, but like it makes sense within the universe because like Andrew Garfield had done that before. And then Tobey Maguire had probably been thinking about how to do that for like years, and it just all makes sense. It's really cool.
That's fantastic. You know what's one thing that a line, I swear to God, it's like when you see a character from like a famous TV show that has a famous line and they don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was waiting the entire movie for Doctor Strange to go, "It's Doctor," when he kept calling him Sir. But he didn't do that. Like, and he does that in his movie like a million times. So I was kind of like,
Oh yeah, that's true.
"It's Doctor." Like when Ned showed up and when like
He does
MJ
call him
showed
Doctor
up.
Strange at some point though.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like it's like his thing to tell people like, "Don't call me Steven," or like, "Don't call me Sir." Like it's Doctor.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like kind of like I kept waiting for that moment, and it never came.
Yeah, I agree.
It was so odd.
Michael Johnson says he thinks that Flash is going to be this Earth's Venom. Interesting.
That could be cool.
He's just so small and like
I hope not.
I don't like that.
I don't
Flash.
see it honestly, but if they figure out a good way to make it work, I'd like to see it. But so far from
I
what
don't
we've
know.
seen, this guy doesn't have the military backing.
Yeah,
What
I
if?
don't see it.
Well, here's they could. I feel like they could easily fix that. Like, what if he's like they play the trope where he gets sent to like military school for being such a fuck up. Like he like arrogantly does something that gets him kicked out of like MIT, and then like his parents send him to military school, and then like he just like dives deep into that world, and then he becomes like super ripped and whatever. I mean that's how they could do it, but no, I would not want that to happen either.
Final thoughts.
I just really like everything that Andrew Garfield did in this movie. I genuinely love those Andrew Garfield movies. I think Andrew Garfield is probably the best actor to portray Spider-Man ever. And I think that all of his scenes were really good. Like, I really liked when he saved MJ. Like the range that he displayed within those 10 seconds after saving her was like incredible. It told like a really great story within like 10 seconds in his facial features alone. I thought it was really great. That was probably like my favorite scene in the whole movie, probably.
Good redemption for him not being able to save Gwen.
Yeah, my theater lost their minds when he caught her.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah,
Just
was a
that
touching
emotion
moment.
that he was able to show in like must have only been a few seconds. Like, but those few seconds felt like it was minutes long. From how well he played it. It was great. So good.
The one thing that's
I,
in
real quick, I also like that sort of like in a animated Into the Spider Verse way how they didn't try to well that Garfield and Maguire were their current ages and shit. Like they weren't
yes.
trying to like de-age them or like it is what it is. They're the Spider-Man that grew up in their universes so far. Like you know what I mean? Like I really liked that. I was wondering though, do you think that their whole like physique was CGI'd or that Garfield and Maguire were both in great shape for this movie?
I think Garfield was probably closer to his Spider-Man like fitness than Maguire was. Like you could tell that Maguire is just like he's just thin now. Like when he was in his like cool youth group leader attire. But then when he was in the suit, like his suit had muscle definition and all that shit in it. But like he was also thin. Like he wasn't as like he's like buff in like Spider-Man 1 and 2.
He
like
also had that baby fat on the face too,
True. But like even the way his suit is rendered now, like he's still thin but like lean and cut in his suit. And it makes, and I guess I could kind of see that he would have that physique under his clothes because his clothes were pretty like loose fitting also. So, but I completely believe that Garfield was probably in that physique as well.
Yeah, he's always a thin cat. And he's been really active in the movie scene, so I'm sure he's been I'm sure he's been looking good, like he's been keeping fit. Just because he's been in so many things.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Final thoughts, I guess. This movie basically. I mean, obviously we lost Aunt May, and she gave him the old great power, great responsibility line, and all that. Very sad.
You guys see that coming?
I saw it coming immediately.
Yeah.
As soon as she felt sympathy for Norman Osborn, I was like, oh, she's gone. She's gone, and she's gonna deliver the line.
I guess I didn't even consider it.
I kind of felt like I knew that something like that was gonna happen when we didn't get we didn't get any mention of Uncle Ben early on. I kind of thought that like maybe like when he was in the apartment with May, something would get mentioned really quick, or with like Matt Murdock, if he's like, oh, so where's this guy or something like that. I knew that he just wasn't gonna be around, and it was gonna fall to her. And there's also like this thing, where she was like, she's kind of dogging the movie process a little bit, and kind of everybody knew like, oh yeah, she's not gonna be back.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Everybody just kind of like collectively was like, yeah, she's not coming back.
Maybe she knew that they were killing her off, and that's why she was a little salty and started talking shit. Or was it that she was already talking shit, and then they decided, you know what, let's kill her off? No, it's probably the probably.
It was. I'm sure that after she realized she's not going to be in it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Started getting the feels.
Yeah, she started getting silly with the interviews.
Yeah, I don't really like the process. Like, I don't really like this, and like, oh, she's never said anything like this before.
Oh, really? Wow, that's interesting. She's such a good, man.
As a result of all that, I mean, this trilogy has basically acted as the new Spider-Man origin. So we kind of got like a soft reboot for him.
Oh, absolutely. And
perfect.
All of you non-comic book readers out there, this is very similar to when they pretty much had everybody in an uproar in the comic books with the I always get it confused. One More Day and Brand New Day. I guess One More Day. Yeah, One More Day is when Spider-Man actually literally struck a deal with the devil and struck a deal with Mephisto after originally trying to get Strange to do this. But he struck a deal with Mephisto to changed the events after Civil War, where he revealed his identity to the world or whatever. So this is all kind of in line with that and the comic books. And like Fabio said, we pretty much getting like I wouldn't call it a soft reboot. This is a fucking this is a hard reboot, I guess, really, but not really. But
it's a clever way to kind of address all the problems that everybody had with
for
this
sure
version of Spider-Man, and now he's kind of back to how we love him in a shitty apartment with a homemade suit.
Strip him down, get our bare bones Spider-Man back, and they could probably go the Back in Black route, or introduce the symbiote in this universe in a very unique way, according to what we saw after the credits. But I love that they stripped him down here, and now we're gonna get real basic, bare bones, street level Spider-Man without all of his trust fund gadgets and shit from Stark. I love that, man. I love how it ended. I really do.
Speaking of how it ended,
yeah.
What are the odds of him swinging through Rockefeller Center on Hawkeye this week?
I mean, I don't know, man. That seems like a bit of a stretch, because I feel like it's maybe a little too soon after the movie came out for them to like
Spoil
that. Yeah.
What if? What if he does? And
it'd be the craziest shit ever, to be quite honest.
She looks up and points at Hawkeye and is like, "Look, that's a guy who knows branding."
But that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say about the Marvel Legends release, because they showed us that Doctor Strange wave, and the after credits scene was the Doctor Strange trailer.
Yeah.
So we got to see
the Venom scene too, because this movie did, we finally got the Sinister Six, but one of them was, in Mexico,
as they usually are.
I'm pretty surprised that we didn't see Vulture in this movie.
Yeah, that's true. Not even like a glimpse or anything.
Yeah.
Well, a little news thing, like, oh, whatever.
He was just in jail, dog. I mean, what do you want him to do?
I mean, I feel like I don't know. It would have been stupid if he got broken out or some shit, but I feel like, I don't know, we should have saw some glimpse of him in some unique way.
There's an interesting Easter egg. Liz is on a People's magazine cover on a stand, like a bodega stand or whatever.
Yes, I did see that in a recap video. I missed it the first time around, I guess, but yeah, I did just hear that today, actually. Yeah. Yeah, they had a quote from her and from what's his?
Oh yeah, I remember the quote. Okay, I forgot.
He's a liar. He lies.
Yeah, he's a liar.
So that whole family fucking hates that dude's guts.
I guess the big payoff for me, and I guess for a lot of Spider-Man fans, was him getting stripped down and going back to the basics, and we saw that sort of classic looking costume at the very end. Was that not phenomenal?
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish we got I wish we got a better look, but man, it looks so good from what we did see.
And classic Spider-Man movie ending with him swinging through the city.
Do you think
and at a graveyard?
Do you think that? Well, we know Hot Toys will do it for sure, but do you think that was enough screen time to serve as a
legend
figure?
Yeah, I think that's what I figured when I saw it. I'm like, oh, I guess we got to wait for the figure to get a good close look at it.
So what do you think? What do you think the next? What's the dream Build-A-Figure wave for the second No Way Home wave? Like, I think it's got to be. It's the Build-A-Figure is a Build-A-Glider for Hobgoblin.
It's either that or
a Sandman.
I would like a build Doc Ock. One person comes with one tentacle, one person comes with another tentacle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the worst.
Another thing I noticed too is they finally, like, Sony finally did their like basement of Sinister Six. You know how they had them all locked up in the Undercroft or whatever.
Yes.
It reminded me of the ending of Spider-Man 2 when all the Sinister Six like things are in that basement.
Yeah, all of their like gadgets and stuff. Yeah.
So you can see those kind of weird carryovers from like the Sony vision for what a Sinister Six type movie would be.
Yeah, Marvel did a very good job. Marvel Disney did a very good job of just like kind of cleaning up some like rough shit that Sony had going on and just making it more palatable, you know, just better.
And what's crazy to think about is that every villain that they cured, right, goes back to their universe and creates a new branching timeline. Universe, right? So Green Goblin will go back to a timeline where it's still Spider-Man 1, but he lives, and therefore the events of Spider-Man 2 never happened because he's not, you know, what's his face? Harry doesn't end up giving Otto the money to fund the machine and all that. And then Doc Ock goes back to a timeline where Norman is dead, but now he's still good. And maybe the events of Spider-Man 3 never happened, or they figure out the alien sim. You know, it's just kind of cool. Like they can go back and basically redo all of these, or, you know, revisit those universes in their own way.
And also, these people don't have to be 20 years younger.
Right.
You know, they are who they are in their universe at that time and shit. You know, sort of like a Peter B. Parker-esque type of situation, you know?
Right.
So,
and you know, the other big thing is that Andrew gets to go back and seemingly wouldn't Gwen be alive?
No, he would go back to 2023 in his timeline. So I feel like Toby and Andrew just go back to where they were pulled from, and they don't create new timelines or anything.
Okay.
They go back to the exact moment.
A lot of people have been talking about, so like news is there's like whispers going around that they're considering Andrew Garfield to come back for one more Spider-Man movie. Like that's the story that's picking up traction now.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it
either. And a lot of people are saying that it would be a really cool twist if some of this, if either Venom or Morbius turns out to just be in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. And it would be cool if the third Amazing Spider-Man movie does not take place after this, if it would take place like in that period of time where Andrew was talking about like how he like stopped giving a shit and like stopped like pulling his punches. If you get like a really like moody and like raw Spider-Man just like going around beating the shit out of people.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty
interesting. Cool. Very interesting thing to explore. Yeah,
that'd be so dope.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I love the ending with the costume. I guess we'll have to wait and see if figure companies jump on that and give us a classic look for his costume, or if they will actually wait until the next Spider-Man movie where we actually get a better, like more official look at a sort of classic costume for him, which is going to be quite some time. So I don't know.
You know what I was thinking this whole time too? Like this is like an opposite of like Infinity War and Endgame, where like, you know, Hasbro and like all those import companies got concept art like months and months ahead. Like we probably won't see figures for this movie for like another year, because I promise you Disney did not give these guys any sort of heads up that Andrew or Toby or any of these guys would be coming into this movie.
Yeah, as soon as that Marvel that Marvel Legends Day just passed, or what do they call it, the fan whatever?
Thursday, yeah.
And they showed neither of the two Spider-Man. I was like, oh yeah, we're not going to get them for like a year.
It's going to be a situation with like Spider-Verse, which how long we had to wait for good Spider-Verse figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the same. Like plus summer of next year, you'll see.
Yeah, I said in my recap videos, you know, in the next 2 years, things will be very interesting. So yeah, it's going to be. I definitely think it'll be a little time before we start seeing those figures, but I don't know. Getting back to your question about what a Build-A-Figure could be for another a wave like that, I really don't know. Lizard, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just threw Lizard on his own card, like they did that with like Amazing Spider-Man, like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 wave or 1 wave.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, we've
with,
we've had a lizard figure from that universe before too, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
we have it. It's what they base the Sauron.
Yeah,
back
the
on.
Sauron, exactly.
Right.
That's just the lizard.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I'm very eager to see where they go. I mean, the sky's pretty much the limit. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Ned figure at some point. Wouldn't be surprised if we get Aunt May.
Dang.
It's
Really?
a lot of. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. From
That'd be
Legends, at least.
That'd be crazy.
I don't see the import companies doing those kind of like
No.
supporting characters, but you know.
No, I could see SHF making the Spider-Men.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what's the
one
most
of-
exciting thing for me. Like, we'll be getting updated Toby. We'll be getting a Toby. Like, aside from Revoltech, nobody's done like an import quality Toby. And then
Yeah,
we'll get.
you guys know that Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man was like Mafex's like first figure or second figure or some shit, wasn't it?
It was low. It was very low. Yeah.
I could also see these
Might have
import
been
companies
3.
making at least Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Seems
Oh,
like
for sure.
something that they would do.
But yeah, to get a 2023 or 2022 2023 versions of these characters from this movie is going to be tremendous, man.
We'll for sure get Toby next year because it's the 20th anniversary.
Okay.
It might be in regular Spider-Man, like original Spider-Man packaging, but no question.
Yeah, we see a lot of people right now in pictures and stuff taking their Mafex, Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man, and then another one of their import, Tom Holland's, and then the old, like, sort of Marvel Legends or Toy Biz, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and putting those together in shots and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. But it's going to be really cool when we have them all lined up and looking great aesthetically from each individual company and shit, you know? So, yeah, I'm super excited for that. Anything else? Any other figures you guys looking forward to from the movie that we didn't maybe mention?
I just want MMA Green Goblin. All day
I
long.
love that Green Goblin suit so much. So much. Tattered green, purple robes or hood or whatever he had. It's crazy.
Am I bugging, or when in the beginning when he when Osborn smashed the helmet, did it not make the shape of like a classic Green Goblin hood mask or whatever? Am I bugging about that? I don't feel like I saw any.
I don't know.
I gotta
The whole
rewatch.
smashing it in the alley was like a mirror to the Spider-Man No More thing.
Yes, but I feel like the way the mask looked, it was like an optical illusion or some shit, and it kind of looked like the classic, just hooded mask.
I wouldn't be
feel like-
surprised.
I gotta rewatch, man. I gotta rewatch.
I could swear I saw that again. I was a little whatever, but and I didn't see anybody mention that in any of these recaps either. Truthfully, I only watched one recap, but yeah. All right, I guess I gotta go check that out again. Maybe I was just bugging.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch. But man, how about that scene when he's just fucking laughing in Tom's face? Tom's beating his ass. So good.
Taking punches and laughing him. Yeah, it's great.
That was amazing, man. That was amazing.
That was
Spectacular.
crazy. I couldn't believe
Sensational.
how wild that was.
Wow.
I love how I just powerbombed him like 3 floors down.
Yes. Yo, I love when superhero movies really show, the scale of superhero fight and the power behind some of these metahumans and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? And I love that they didn't, that they showed you like Green Goblin's as strong as Spider-Man, maybe stronger. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah, like you were just saying, the way he just like ate all those punches and like smiled at him. It's so great. Like the dexterity of just insanity. Like the boost that gives you is so crazy.
I loved it, man. Oh, the other one great scene too is when he was beating the shit out of Green Goblin or trying to, when he was about to end them with the glider, and Toby stopped him and shit. I thought that was a great scene too.
Yeah. And then when Toby got stabbed right after that, my heart dropped. Anybody else?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna kill him off.
I thought they was gonna kill him off too.
I was almost expecting them to kill off Toby the whole time. Like, I will say the one thing that bugged me was like, whenever they all like got together and were swinging, like I feel like I would have liked, like, if everybody had their own scene, like if Toby had like his own like pop off scene where he was like swinging really nice, and then Andrew had his own pop off scene where he was swinging really nice. But then they opted to do like that really cool one where they're all three doing it, which I thought was cool. I just thought like they all three did like a really cool swing, and like they landed, and then they just like jumped into like the fight. I was kind of hoping for a little more fan service for Toby and Andrew, but it is what it is. The fact that they were there was enough.
I did like all of the bits with them, like getting to know each other and their powers, and like they did a callback to Toby with the organic web shooters and all of that shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, another memed out thing where it's like, what is it going to be like when they figure out this dude just does that?
Yeah,
yeah, that bit wrote itself, to be quite honest.
for sure. It's so wild how in touch with the streets, some of these big budget productions could be sometimes, and then on the same like token, they could be like totally out of touch and don't get it, and have like it's wild to see. They were hitting on all the points here. They were firing on all cylinders on this movie. Whoever they were. Whoever was, I guess, writing this stuff or putting it together or helping them along the way did a great job for in a sort of like youthful way, like like this stuff is like I don't know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Like, how can we get Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is such a train wreck, like script wise, and like it feels like nobody in charge of that movie had their ear to the ground, but then we get this movie where it's almost as if it was written by it. Like, this movie was clearly written and directed by people who were fans of the entire franchise. So
right.
Even if there was some kind of like corporate assembly to it, it felt, I don't know, good. Like they did a good job.
True.
Yeah. Well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just so organic. It was it was good. It's good, and I think it's one of those things that will have a lot of rewatch value, and probably pretty much only get better with time. It'll probably age well, like some of the like people feel about the Raimi films or whatever. So
Yeah, this has huge rewatchability.
yeah. So yeah, man, great. We all give it high scores. If you haven't seen it, but you sat here through this whole spoiler shit, that's wild, but whatever. Go see it. Go see it again. And as we
watching it right now, I love it.
As we learn more and we see more Easter eggs revealed and shit like that, I guess we will continue to talk Spider-Man Far From Home. What do you guys think about that Doctor Strange trailer?
I dug it.
That was great.
A little glimpse,
Yeah, I thought it was good. I kind of had a feeling that's what they were gonna do, because I heard that this movie had to set up Doctor Strange, but it didn't. Like, by the end of the film, like, we didn't get anything really, at least like nothing concrete. So I was kind of like, wow, they didn't lead into Doctor Strange like they said they would, but it's because that after credits just basically shows you the trailer.
I like how a lot of what if stuff is getting live action versions, or not versions,
Yeah,
but like
man.
they're bridging into live action.
Evil Doctor Strange, there he
Hell yeah.
fucking is. It's so good, man. I'm glad it happened.
People in chat are saying, like, real quick, sorry, why didn't Toby's spider sense go off before he got stabbed? I would imagine that he was so hyper focused on trying to connect with Tom Holland that it just Just didn't happen. If their spider sense went off every single time something bad was going to happen to them, they'd never get touched. So
Yeah, I
How
was
about the spider sense when he was astral formed out?
that was great.
fun.
I was really for like a moment there in the movie theater. I was like, "Damn, man, they better not fucking kill off Tom." And then when he was like, "Oh, don't worry, man, I've been stabbed before," I was like, "Okay, that's what I'm talking about."
You know what I think? I think that maybe in an early script, he was probably scripted to be killed off, and then they either decided they didn't want to, or they realized that it would be fiscally irresponsible to kill off arguably the most money making Spider-Man.
Yeah, then because the thing is, you kill him off, you'll definitely have people leaving the theater being upset.
True.
But if you don't kill him off, nobody's gonna leave it upset. So like, no. Why
Jamichael
do it?
brings up the last thing was the silhouettes in the sky when all the dimensions were merging. A lot of
which
cool
one did you guys
Easter eggs in
see?
that one.
I only
Yeah,
saw
there's some little
Rhino.
like glimpses there. I saw Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino
specific-
stuck out
I
for
don't remember
sure.
anything else.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody else, but I was like, oh, maybe somebody else saw him.
Scorpion was in there. And then Spiders. Then Craven was in there too.
Oh yeah, I remember David Walton said that he saw somebody with a spear.
That's it.
Yeah. I heard Black Cat too, but I didn't see it.
Well.
These are all just the ones I've seen from like the, Easter eggs.
Yeah, people were saying Black Cat.
Hey man, but all these people know he's fucking Peter Parker?
Across like
All
the
the other-
multiverse, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I was gonna
Guess
say,
so.
man, all these other multiverse Spider-Man, they're kind of fucking up, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they got a multiverse where Scorpion knows who you are? Man, you gotta quit.
Well, I mean, you could imagine a lot of those dudes are from 616, huh? Where just everybody
Yeah.
just fucking knew.
Yeah, we loved it. We all loved it. A little too much, I would say.
True.
It's just good. It's just really good. Like they did it. They went and did it. Those mad lads.
Yeah, the Mad Lads, they did it. I remember after all of us saw Spider-Verse, we were all talking about like the dream as if they did this in live action. And here we are. Hey, look at us. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Look at us.
I don't know, man. They're getting pretty close. I got some exclusive footage from Spider-Verse 2 right here.
So dumb.
Yeah. If you see those dogs in his front yard, no.
With the belt.
Right.
Yeah, the belt. That's so funny.
Oh wait, the spoiler tag is blocking it for those who can't see. A very pregnant.
Oh shit, my fault.
Spider-Man.
I moved it.
There we go. Some exclusive footage for you guys here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be dope getting Black Suit Tom Holland at some point.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little
We
symbiote
didn't,
action, it seems like.
My boy Nick Fury said we didn't talk about the Electro with Tim's. We saw that in the actual
Yeah, man, he's
in
timmed
the
up.
images, but yeah, he was the most changed villain.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad that they said something because that made me not be upset with it. Like when Andrew was like, dude, this guy looks nothing like he did when he was in my universe.
Right.
Like somebody mentioned it. Like it would have been annoying if like nothing was ever said about this dude looking completely different from how he did in the other world. Even Jamie Foxx is like, damn, I like how I look here.
I don't know. I feel like there was like some like maybe conflict between, or maybe not necessarily conflict, but some discussion of how they wanted Jamie Foxx to play that part throughout the movie. Like I feel like in the beginning.
Have you seen the interview where he talked about how he was pursued for this, and they were like, and he was hesitant, and then they're like, "Oh, dude, we're not gonna make you wear blue," and he's like,
No.
"Oh, okay, then I'm in." Like, yeah, I'd seen like the interview with the three guys talking about like how they were pursued for this, and Willem said that he would only do it if he was gonna be like really in the movie. He wasn't interested in doing a flyby. And Jamie
Uh,
Foxx said that what convinced him to do it was being told that he didn't have to be blue.
hmm.
That would get me for sure.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
that the
I mean
process to be painted was like really annoying.
that's all part of your shit as an actor. Like you want to be seen and shit. You know what I mean? That's why
Mhm.
Avengers Hawkeye ain't got no damn mask.
Yeah, like anytime, and it's like they were poking fun a little bit at it on the show where she like showed him the thing, and he's like, "I don't wear a mask."
Be like
Homie
that
did have those
sometimes.
sunglasses. He did have those sunglasses for a minute though. Even at night, this dude was crazy. He needed to be stopped.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
that is the Spodermans.
Yeah, probably gonna watch it again this week. Try to catch things I may have missed, or just go back in time to 2002 again. Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
that'd be
Gonna
good.
great. Hey, you know what? It's gonna be great.
Whoa, bro, it looks like you hit your head pretty hard there. Man, walk down. What are you talking about, man? Willem Dafoe is playing the Green Goblin and Spider-Man. Let's go watch.
I hear that he's gonna be
Somebody
great.
just sent me a video. Maybe I shouldn't ruin it. How could I send it to you though?
Okay, so
Yeah, we gotta be real careful. Every time someone sends you something mid-stream, it ends up being very questionable.
No, it's just
It's
it's
usually
just
akin to someone being like, "You guys gotta bring me on to talk about this thing."
no.
Yo,
It's
somebody send me a link. Bring me on.
it has
Remember when
nothing to
that
do
used to happen all the time?
with the show. It's just a lady saying how people are saying that Willem Dafoe was so dedicated to the role as Green Goblin, but she said if he was really dedicated, he would have had the waves. That would have been nuts.
Oh my god.
That
Oh
would have been
man.
nuts. That would have been true fan service for real.
That's so funny.
I know for that, man. He's capped up, so he should have the waves.
So yeah, man, Spider-Man: Far From Home is definitely a hit. Looks like gonna do pretty big numbers even through second spike or variant spike or whatever the fuck's going on with COVID. And yeah, man, I think that's it. Anything else we want to touch on before we get out of here?
Not I. Just the plugs, I guess, right?
Oh, you know what? One thing I should mention is my family we didn't really know what to do for Christmas this year. So we rented out a movie theater, and like instead of having a holiday party, we're all just gonna go watch fucking Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be dope. Christmas Day. That's my plans. Is going with my entire family, watch Spider-Man.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Anything else in the chat we want to hit up real quick? Any
super chats that we missed? I mean, everybody's
Let's
basically
see.
echoing what we're saying because we loved it all.
Static Thunder mentioned that the scene with Peter after May's death in the rain was really great. It was gorgeous. That was very well. John mentioned that Ned was wearing Hobgoblin colors on his jacket as well.
Oh.
Jamichael Johnson said earlier that the one thing I wish was that they spent 10 minutes or more in the beginning with people in his life, like in school and in the neighborhood, reacting to knowing that he was Peter Parker. Or he was
like the guy
Spider-Man.
from the deli.
Yeah. Static Thunder also said the cop asking for a snack is funny.
That would have been a nice news segment. Yeah, that they probably could have cut that in. A few like a minute of that wouldn't have been bad.
True.
Like
Going
how the girls
Geek.
still doing all the news.
Yeah, Going Geek also said shout out to all the A.C.B.A. guys. Watch Arcane and No Way Home, people. They're amazing. Happy holidays and stay safe. Oh, thank you.
All right.
Arcane is super good. Hell yeah, you're a smart man.
That's that.
Let's wrap up because I gotta go make this Sunday gravy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So once again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Thanks to all of the folks that dropped us a line and or super chat, and we greatly appreciate you as always. And thank you for hanging out. As always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. Until next time. Peace.
Bye.
All right, we did it. Sunday night.
Sunday, dollar day Sunday.